Well, hello, sports card investors, collectors, and hobbyists from around the globe. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for the first virtual Sports Card Con 2020. We are extremely excited to have you here tonight. And for the next 2 hours and the next 5 days, we seek to bring you world-class hobby entertainment. First of its kind entertainment here from our brand new Sports Card Investor Studios in Midtown Atlanta. We have an amazing array of great dealers from around the country, special guests, the best breakers in the business, and even some visits this week from pro athletes. Tomorrow, we're going to have Tyus Jones, the point guard of the Memphis Grizzlies, join the show from the bubble to talk basketball cards in the bubble. And we have Derwin James, the all-pro safety from the San Diego Chargers, who will be joining us later this week as well, thanks to our friends at Ski Sports. Also, eBay has been kind enough to set us up with MLB pitcher Pat Neshek, who will be joining the show on Friday. And by the way, on Friday, we are going to be giving away more than $15,000 worth of cards to people watching. We're going to be doing huge giveaways every single night, not just Friday, and the giveaways are going to start tonight. And I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. Now, the reason why we're here tonight at the first virtual Sports Card Con 2020 is because tonight was the original opening night of the National. And a few months ago, when the news broke that the National had been postponed, I was very disappointed. My team was very disappointed. I'm sure a lot of you out there as well were disappointed. Obviously, it was the right decision with the health crisis in our country, but it was an event that I personally was looking tremendously forward to get to meet so many of you in person, and to get to thank you for supporting Sports Card Investor, and to thank you for supporting the hobby overall. So when we heard it was canceled, we decided that we wanted to use our platform, our YouTube channel, our following for good. And we wanted to put this event on for the next 5 nights, 100% free. It's free for you to attend, and it's free for all of the dealers and guests who are joining as well. We're not charging anybody anything. It's our way of giving back to the hobby. And it's pretty awesome that we've had some companies put up big donations, big coupons, big offers for us to give back to all of you, to thank you for being such a great part of the hobby as well. Okay, so here is how this is going to work. First of all, we need to get you registered for the giveaways that are going to happen this week. The way that you register is you go to sportscardinvestor.com and you click on Virtual 2020 in the main menu bar. From there, you will see a link to register for Wednesday's giveaway. Now, it will say register to win 3 months of Market Movers, but it's actually more than just that, because we've had Panini jump in and say that they're going to give away some boxes tonight, and some of the dealers that are going to be appearing are going to be giving away some prizes tonight as well. So go ahead right now and go register by going to sportscardinvestor.com, clicking on the Virtual 2020, and then look for the link underneath today in the agenda that says click here to register for today's giveaways. Take a moment to do that, and that way we will get you registered today. By the way, we are ending our show this evening with an amazing break from Phil's Pulls. And this is courtesy of StockX. Tonight is StockX night, and StockX has been very gracious in sponsoring tonight's show, including lining Phil from Phil's Pulls up to open up 2 hobby boxes of Bowman 2020 and to give all of the cards away to those of you who are watching. We're going to put those winners up on the screen, pulling them randomly as the night goes on. So lots of opportunities to win. We have some great dealers tonight who are going to be coming on the show to sell cards live on this show. We also have a lot of special guests tonight, including Panini and including Dave Strege from Sports Collectors Digest. But first, we are going to open with StockX. We're going to bring the co-founder of StockX, Josh Luber, onto the show to talk a little bit about StockX and what's going on in the hobby overall, where the hobby might be going, what it means as a sports card investor, and Josh is about to give us a very special offer. So
Welcome to StockX. I am Josh Luber, co-founder, sitting here at the Sports Center desk for the first time in a while to talk about something that is super exciting for me personally and the whole company, which is the launch of trading cards onto the stock market of things. In all other cases, we've taken consumer goods like sneakers and turned them into tradable assets, but cards already are tradable assets. So the way you go buy and sell cards is the same way that you'll buy and sell all products on StockX, using the live bid-ask model where buyers place bids and seller place asks. But if you want a Griffey 89 upper deck, you place a bid for $500, now the whole world knows that you're willing to pay that. It's tied to your PayPal, your credit card, so any seller in the world can come and sell you that Griffey 89 upper deck for $500. That's how the stock market works, and that's what we've done. Now we're doing it for trading cards. So go buy and sell your cards, and thank you for shopping on StockX.
Josh, welcome to the virtual 2020.
Thanks for having me, man. The first one.
It is the first one, and thank you so much, StockX, for sponsoring the opening night of this. We really appreciate it. And right off the bat, I want to let all of the viewers know that you have brought an awesome coupon code to the table exclusively for people that are watching tonight, and this is only going to be good during the virtual 2020, these next 5 days. It's going to end on Sunday. Tell us about this coupon.
Well, look, we all just want to buy and sell cards, right? That's the point of this. So SCI Virtual 2020 is the coupon code. You get 10% off at StockX of whatever product you want to buy that's 100 hours or more. But I mean, for the products and where the market's going, it's not too much. It's less than $100 these days anyway. So take 10% off and start shopping on StockX.
Yeah, and that's, 10% off in this day and age, that's a really big deal. So whatever that big chase card is that you're thinking about out there, if you're going for that, LeBron Chrome card that's reached now around 15,000, you can knock $1,500 off the price of that card right away by using this coupon code. Or if your appetite isn't perhaps that big and you would like to dive in, for a card that's between 100 and $200, you can still save 10 or $20 with promo code SCI Virtual 2020. So thank you so much, Josh, for offering that to the audience tonight. I know they're going to appreciate that. So the hobby, absolutely. So the hobby has been absolutely on fire. I'm sure you've seen it. What are you seeing? What are your impressions?
Yeah, look, we're all in this together. We're all are watching it happen on StockX. Very much like all the other marketplaces everywhere else where people are buying and selling, it is minute by minute. It is, hour by hour, and it is absolutely extraordinary. But the thing that I think is most important for all of us to understand, and I think anyone who's been in it long enough knows, is that this is all completely logical. This is exactly what we predicted would happen, what everyone has been predicting would happen for a while. It's just happening now exponentially faster and quicker, and the pace is going. But in terms of, it may feel a little bit like weird in here, but like up here, like this is exactly what should be happening. And it's pretty exciting to be a part of it.
It is really exciting to be a part of it. Yeah, I met you for the first time last summer at the National. We talked when you spoke there before the National started with Gary Vee. And then we talked again at the Beckett Industry Summit that was in, I think, last September. And we were talking about the fact that the industry was already getting really hot, but both of us were optimistic that things were going to, go up multiple times over the course of the next 12 months. I talked about it a lot on my show. You've talked about it a lot as the vision behind StockX moving into trading cards. And here we are. It's happening. It's real. The market's gone up several times. Where do you think we go from here? Is this momentum going to continue?
Yeah, my best guess, and I think this sentiment is shared by a lot of people that I talk to, is we're in the third inning. Maybe it's the fourth inning, right? Like maybe it's the second inning, but it is early in this because, as you know, what's driving all of this at the core is just more people coming into the hobby, and there's still so many people who would potentially be a part of this, who would want to own cards if they knew about it, if they understood it, if they knew that cards are true assets today, unlike the way they thought about them when they were 10 and 12 and 15 years old. For us, obviously, having started in sneakers and evolved into trading cards, now the look, the reaction, the feeling that I get when I talk to the outside world about trading cards today is identical to what people said and their attitude when we were talking about sneakers in 2014, when we were starting StockX in 2015 and saying, hey, this is going to be a big business. Sneakers are going to be a thing. And people were like, sneakers are sneakers, that's fine if I need to go to the gym. And, and not that it's us by any means, but it is the similarities between those two industries are extraordinary, right? Because it's all based on essentially our generation of American men coming back into the hobby, people that wore sneakers and wore Air Jordans when they were in high school, and then coming in and wanting sneakers now. And the same thing for, that 12-year-old kid who couldn't afford a Jordan rookie in 1989, but now can afford one and get it. And by the way, the fact that Michael Jordan is at the center of both industries is also not without, I think really a clear sense of, just a corollary between them. So it's amazing, but it's also exactly what should be happening.
Absolutely. And so for those people who are coming in, which as you said, there's tons more every day, why StockX? Why should these people go to your platform to buy and sell their cards?
Yeah, there's always been other places. I mean, even when we started sneakers, there's a ton of other places to buy or sell sneakers and everything else. But for lack of a less sort of cliche way of saying it, this is the easiest way. Everything that we've done at StockX, and we didn't make any of this up, all we've done is just copied how the stock market works at every step along the way, is built around the idea that the stock market is the most efficient and the easiest way to transact an asset, a commodity. And there's some nuance to that, and we can talk, about the differences of StockX versus the other marketplaces. But the idea is that it was as easy to buy and sell a pair of Nikes as it was to buy and sell a share of Nike stock. And that's what we're doing for cards as well, right? If you want to sell a share of Nike stock, you don't go list it on eBay and hope that someone comes and buys it and then trade emails about, can you send me another picture of your Nike stock? No, you go to the market, Nike's trading at $70, you can sell it at $70. You don't have to worry about it because that share of Nike stock is a commodity. It's an asset. We know what it is. In the same way that a LeBron Topps Chrome PSA 10, that's an asset. We know what it is. So it's leveraging that model, which again, we didn't make up. The stock market has been the most efficient form of commerce for 150 years to true assets. And in that way, cards are even a more perfect product for the StockX model than sneakers. So that's the idea, and that's why we think we're so excited about the future of StockX for cards.
I love the idea of, cards being able to be bought and sold in real time. And the more velocity this marketplace has, the better it's going to be for everybody watching, right? The more turnover, the more buying, the more selling activity, the more momentum that occurs, the more opportunity there is for sports card investors and collectors to get in and find their way into, really good opportunities of cards to buy and make a little bit of profit along the way.
Well, that's right. But to your point on it's the velocity and it's having that liquidity in one place where you can very easily see the market, understand it. That's what creates the opportunities, right? In the New York Stock Exchange, every share of Nike stock is sold at the same ticker symbol. There's one ticker symbol. Every bid, every ask, every trade for Nike stock happens at that one place. So you never buy a share of Nike stock and then go home and your friend says, "Oh man, I got that cheaper at a store down the street," or I got my Nike stock cheaper on eBay. That doesn't happen. There's one market price for that. And so the more liquidity we can drive to the same places, and obviously we hope that at StockX, but even so, we have go from 12 different places to 3, the more visibility we can have into the market, and then the more information we all have to be able to make decisions. And then it's not about scamming people. It's like, great, we all have the same information. Now you can make your decisions.
Absolutely. And talk, Josh, a little bit about the bid and ask model that StockX uses. I know some other sites have started to use that model as well, but it's generally unusual. It's not a model that most people are used to when it comes to buying or selling sports cards.
Yeah, it is. And back to, this is how the stock market works. When we started StockX, we struggled a lot in the very beginning with, are we going to use this model? Are we going to call it a bid ask? Everything with the sort of unusual aspect of it to an e-commerce world. And where we landed on was, Like, we're going to have to bite the bullet on that because that's just the way it works. And it genuinely is more efficient. But at the core, the whole thing is set up to get to a true market price in one place. And so the bid-ask model only works when there's one single product page for that card. Right? So if you go to eBay and you search for a LeBron Topps Chrome 10, you're going to get 20 listings, 50 listings, whatever it is. In some of the cards, you search for a Zion 2019 Prism, you might get 100 listings.
Sure, at least.
But again, yeah, at least, right? But the New York Stock Exchange, again, there's one ticker symbol for Nike stock. So there is one page for a Zion 29 Prism. There's one place where you can buy a Zion 2019 Prism PSA 10. And then you're asking is, how much is this worth? How much are people willing to sell it for? Those are asks, and ask is just a listing for sale. And then bids, how much is someone willing to pay for this? And by doing that, by bringing supply and demand to one place for one card, now we have the ability to understand what a true market value is. You don't have to go back through eBay sold listings and check every different auction and say, well, this guy's selling the Zion for $45.50, and this guy's $46.50, and this one's $4,800, and this guy's got $10 shipping, this guy's $4 shipping. Like, all of that just is frankly, it's confusing, and it takes more effort and bandwidth out of just understanding, hey, it's selling for $47.50. Do I want to buy it? Yes or no? That's the decision that matters. And that's what the model is built to do. It's to get rid of everything else and come down to, here's the price. Do you want to buy it or do you want to sell it at that price?
Cool. It's a very cool model. All right, Josh, I'm going to get you out of here on this. What is your favorite card right now that you have or that you're thinking about buying from an investment standpoint?
Yeah, you ask us, and everybody, do they really want to give up their cards? Do they want to tell everybody? Honestly, I think Giannis is still massively underpriced. I think when you look at, and it's moved a lot, right? I mean, the Prism 10s are I think probably in the $4,500 range right now.
Yeah, you could buy those for $1,500 a few months ago. I've been talking about that one for a while. I completely agree.
Right, and every time that you look at that and you make the decision based on what you could have bought at $1,500 a couple of months ago, you miss the fact that there's still less than 2,010s that exist in the world. Giannis is still the best basketball player in the league right now. He's still going up. Like, he's probably, he might get another title this year. So I think that Giannis is still probably the most underpriced card and player in the ecosystem right now, given everything that's going on. And so that's it.
Yeah, and that's a great point, Josh. And I want to repeat something you just said because I think it's important for the audience to hear. People are worried about our production runs going up. Are we getting back into the junk wax era? Is there too much supply being created right now? Giannis's Prism rookie card. Granted, this was from several years ago, from 2013, right? But Giannis's Prism rookie card, there are only about 2,000 in existence in the world that are graded PSA 10, and that's all there likely will ever be. There's still some unopened wax that people could submit, or still some raw ones, but there won't be that many more PSA 10s that get added because we're back to 2013. A lot of it has been submitted at this point. And that is really a small supply when you consider the totality of the universe of how many people are into sports cards today and how many people could get into sports cards in the next few years. And it's true not just for Giannis's rookie, but for a lot of the cards, in recent years. Is it as true for 2019, 2020 cards? I don't know, because they are producing a lot more. But as you turn the clock back a year, 2 years, 3 years, you're talking much lower populations that really, I think, as this market continues to heat up in the years ahead, you're going to be happy that you own a lot of those cards, whether it's Giannis's card or, a lot of those other cards out there with relatively low population counts.
And even look at 2018, right? I mean, people are looking at Luka base 10s now crossing $1,000. And there are, I think it's maybe about 11,000, 10s that have been graded, and we'll probably see another couple thousand. Even if you get to 15,000. And what does the NBA have? 60, 70 million people that follow the NBA. I mean, like it's exponentially different, right? I mean, it is so, like, it doesn't matter whether it's 2,000 or 4,000 or 11,000. Today it does. But like, when you look at the population of the people that are going to come into this hobby and to be a part of it because of NBA fans, I mean, LeBron, there's only 2,000 Topps Chrome 10s right now, right? There's 2,000 LeBron fans on my block. Like, yep. It's so different, the disparity between supply and demand. That's why I think, by the way, to your earlier question, that's why I think that we're still in the second or third inning because of the difference there.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you, Josh. I 100% agree. And I hope the viewers are listening, because hopefully we're right. No guarantees we are, but hopefully we're right. And hopefully people a few years from now are watching this and going, oh my God, the Giannis rookie was only $4,500, or the LeBron Chrome was only $15,000. Like, hopefully that seems, like nothing compared to how the market has progresses over the few years that we have here ahead. But anyway, Josh, thanks so much for joining. This was a great way to start off the virtual 2020. And look, I want to remind everybody out there, if you want to go buy one of these key cards, the offer Josh just gave you guys is an awesome offer. 10% off any trading card on StockX using promo code SCI for Sports Card Investor, SCI Virtual 2020, but the code is only good until Sunday night, the last night of the virtual.
Yep. And let me just say, Jeff,
go ahead.
Congrats on your success at SCI. In the past year, it's been great. It's been super helpful. And congrats on doing the virtual. This has been awesome. Really appreciate this and us being a part of it. So looking forward to the rest of programming for the next couple of days, and congrats on everything.
Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it, man. It's been awesome, and congrats on everything with StockX, and thanks for being a big part of it. We appreciate tonight being StockX night. All right, thank you everybody for your patience. I understand that that the sportscardinvestor.com website was a little slow, crashing for some people under the traffic load of everyone trying to enter the contest at one point in time. I think it's back up now, so you can still enter the contests, but we might crash it again, because we're about to bring our first dealer on, and we're going to use the chat on the Sports Card Investor website to claim cards. But we've got a backup method as well, so I'll explain that in just a second. But what I want to talk about first is the fact that one of the amazing things about the hobby is that the hobby is open to people of all backgrounds, all experience levels, and all levels on the financial spectrum. You can get into the hobby, buying dollar cards out of the grab box, or you can get into the hobby buying, $1 million, incredible, one-of-a-kind, holy grail chase cards, right? It's open to everybody. That's one of the things that I love about it. As the next 5 days go on, we're gonna have a number of dealers who join the show, who are big dealers, who are dealers who have shops. In fact, later today, we're gonna have the Mealy Pop shop, which is a great shop in Florida. He's exhibited at the National before, so, big established dealers. But one of the great things about the hobby is that you don't have to be established to get started. You just need a hustle. And you can get started by putting up an Instagram page, and you can get started by just saying, you know what, I want to do this. And so we thought that it would be great to start the show today with a dealer of that nature, a dealer who's newer into the hobby, and a dealer who wants to hustle like heck to get his start. And he's doing a great job of it. His name is Tyler Richards of Vintage and Hype, and I respect Tyler's hustle. Let's go ahead and bring in Tyler live now. All right, welcome Tyler. Thank you for joining the Virtual 2020.
Thank you, thank you.
It's awesome to have you here. And what we're gonna do with Tyler's got about 100 or so cards. These are all great value cards. So these are all cards that most of them are kind of in the $1 to $10 type range. And he's going to bring them in front of the camera. And if the first person who wants to buy the card at the price that he states, you have to claim the card in the chat on our website. Now, not the YouTube chat. Do not claim cards on the YouTube chat. What you need to do is you need to go to sportscardinvestor.com, and you need to click on the Virtual 2020 and then go to the dealer page. If you look at today's agenda, there is a link next to Vintage and Hype for their dealer page. And on that dealer page at the bottom, there's a chat. As he shows a card, the first person in the chat to say, I want that card, and name the card, you have to name the card, they're gonna get it. And then you can PayPal the money to Tyler. And Tyler's PayPal address is listed right above the chat box. Now, if for any reason you're having trouble getting to the chat on sportscardinvestor.com. We have another link by which you can access it. And Tyler Holzhammer from our team has put that link into the YouTube chat. So you can either, again, go to sportscardinvestor.com, go to the virtual 2020, and go to the dealer page for vintage and hype. Or you can use the link that Tyler put into the chat just now. So this is going to be live TV. This is going to be potentially chaotic, but we're going to give this a shot now, and let's give it a go. So Tyler, first of all, before we get into your cards, just tell us a little bit about how you got into this and what excites you about the hobby right now.
Yeah, for sure. So I got started off in April of this year as a birthday present because my birthday was in April. My father let me inherit all of his football cards from all the old stuff. So I got all of his old Raiders cards and stuff. And it really kind of went back and forth with that. We went through all of those, covered our whole basement in cards, made a mess, and then we finally had to clean it up for one of my other brother's grad parties. And so, yeah, we started there, and then it just got crazy from there. We started buying more packs, going to the card shop like 2 times a week. And then, yeah, I started this Instagram page. I originally started with sneakers and clothing, and then I opened up the secondary page for sports cards to kind of keep that balance between the two.
Yeah, and I love starting with you because that's such a great grassroots story about how you got started. And there's a lot of people out there tonight who are probably like you, relatively new in this and are wanting to learn how to make a few bucks with it. And for you, you just started your Instagram page and got going. Was there any particular tips that you could give people who are maybe a couple months behind you and want to get going on their own?
I would say it really doesn't matter about your quantity. So you see all these guys posting their full tables of Zions and stuff, and it's like, oh, I got everything. I mean, I started taking pictures on my pool table, just individual cards that weren't even anything that crazy. And then I started getting some better cards, and then so just honestly just starting with what you got, and it's really about that connection that you can make with people. I think that's really what you do really good too, is it's making that connection which really makes people want to talk to you.
Awesome. Well, that's absolutely. Give Tyler a follow on Instagram. His Vintage and Hype Sports Cards Instagram is linked from his dealer page on sportscardinvestor.com under the virtual 2020. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started, Tyler. This is going to be fast and furious with people in the chat. First person to claim these cards get it. And by the way, shipping is free. So the prices that you're about to see include shipping if you're willing to do a plain white envelope. If you want a bubble mailer, there will be a one-time $3 charge no matter how many cards you buy for a bubble mailer. But if you want plain white envelope, free shipping. All right, Tyler, let's see some deals. Let's get going.
All right, let's get going. All right, first off, we have a 12-card lot, Cam Newton. So we have Elite, Luminance, Playoff, Prestige 2019, Absolute, Score, some score inserts, more score inserts and contenders. So that is a $10 lot of 12 cards for Cam Newton. Next up, we have our second lot. The second lot is going to be 48 cards for $35. It is all a QB lot, starting off with Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, Josh Rosen, Ryan Finley, Easton Stick, Gardner Minshew, Jarrett Stidham, Dwayne Haskins, a bunch of Patrick Mahomes inserts, contenders 2020, Score, Baker Mayfield, contenders, legacy, Kyler Murray, and some Lamar Jackson to finish that lot off. So overall, just a lot of different QBs in that lot.
And again, if you first person to say, I'll take that, make sure you put in the chat what it is you're going to take. First person who puts that chat in the chat on sportscardinvestor.com on Vintage and Hype's dealer page is the one who gets it. And then you can PayPal, and his PayPal is right on that page. All right, let's keep going.
Next up, got Mark Jackson cards. 2 Mark Jackson cards, $12 a piece with the Mendez brothers in the background there. And that's what makes these cards nice and special. All right, then we're going to start low and work our way up with our autos. 2019 Deshaun Hall Elite $3 auto.
Keep going, Tyler.
All right. We have a 2020 Evan Weaver $3 card for 2020 contenders. We have a 2015 Prism Draft Picks Taylor Hanke auto for $3. This is a silver Prism. A 2020 contenders Daryl Daniels sticker auto, $4. A AJ Green, not the current wide receiver, but the new one in the draft for $4. And some baseball here, some Gypsy Queen. This is Willie Prielza, Brewers pitcher for $4. Silver Prism, $4 of Matt Skoll from 2019 Prism Draft Picks. 2019 Prism Draft Picks as well out of 75. DeMarcus Christmas sticker auto out of 75. Hyper Prism. Quadir Olson sticker auto from 2019 Playbook. Again, $5. Robert Windsor sticker auto from 2020 Contenders. John Greenard, $5.
John Grenard. There we go, baby. Go
Grenard,
Gators.
there you go.
Go Gators. The little
Gators.
John Grenard auto. There we
you
go.
go.
Hopefully we got some Gator fans in the chat that are going to take that.
I think I got another Gator coming up soon, too.
Nice.
We got a silver Jordan Fuller $5 auto. Here's some of the parallels. This is a blue parallel. You got that name, Jeff? Because I don't.
Quez Watkins.
There you go. $6. Akeem Davis Geether, blue parallel, $6. 2020 Contenders. Here you go. Here's your other Gator.
Oh yeah, Zuniga. Hey, Zuniga's an awesome player. That guy was just an absolute force for the Gators. Somebody's going to be getting a good deal by buying that one for $6. That's a good one to hop on right there.
Green parallel of Jason Stormbridge for $6. Green parallel 2020 Contenders. Aaron Fuller, blue parallel 2020 Contenders. And here's a repeat of this guy, Darren Daniels. This is a green parallel of his card. And we have a Chris Davis Bowman for $8. This is a 2013. And then also another Chris Davis. Here is on-card auto, his first Bowman card for $12. And then to finish off the autos here, we have Alfron Jennings out of 75 Hyper for $14. So that's going to finish off the autos. The next section, I have the memorabilia and numbered cards. So 2020 Top Series 2.
Ooh, that's nice. Look at that.
$4. The coin cards.
That's a nice pickup. He is high on everybody's list right now of players they're watching this year.
2008 Upper Deck Mason Crosby helmet. This one is also listed at $4.
That's a cool card too. Man, I had that guy in my fantasy team. I don't know how many years that guy kicked field goals for me and scored points on my fantasy team.
He's consistent for sure.
He is.
Lionel Marshall, $4. This is a Hardwood Heroes of Ben Gordon for the Chicago Bulls, numbered out of 400.
Sweet.
A 2016 Jake Arrieta All-Star Game workout jersey for $6. Score Defenders Jarrell Peppers. Score 2018 $6 jersey card. Ian Desmond, who just copped out of the season, game used bat for $6. It was a big surprise that he copped out of the season in my thoughts. Star of the NFL, James Conner from Prestige 2019 jersey card for $6. Blake Bortles, home and away 2019 score, $6 game jersey. Home and away Jay Agier, $6 jersey card. One of the best defenders of all time, Michael Strahan, $6 game jersey from Score. Nice rookie thread. Darius Slayton, $6 from playoff. Zay Jones, Donruss Threads, $7 jersey, 2019 Donruss. Here's some of the numbered cards now. Unparalleled cubic parallel, number to 135, Joel Casey, $7 on the unparalleled cubic parallel. Here we have a 2016 Donruss, Peyton Manning, checkerboard, number to 999 for $7.
Very nice. I like that one.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield, college jersey from Score, $8. Alan Ginter, 2019, Sean Newcomb, game used jersey. A 2013 Mac Barkley, 1/1 yellow printing plate for $9 for a 1/1.
That's a throwback. There you go.
Hakeem Butler, numbered to 299, Hot Routes from Playbook, $9, numbered to 299. This is number 2 of 299. 2019 Donruss, numbered to 25, Rashard Penny, gold press proof. Out of Legacy 2020, numbered to 50, Andre Johnson, likes a little mini. This is the blue parallel. And for the last mem card, for $15, we have a Montez Ball Playbook, number to 199, a nice jersey swatch.
It's a sweet card. I love those cards. It's one of the kind of the three-dimensional ones as well. Very cool.
All right. Next up, we have our rookies, which is going to be the last lot before we get into the giveaway. Which
I
is,
love the energy, by the way, Tyler. Like, this pace is awesome. I love, by the way, Tyler, this guy's got a lot of hustle. Love this guy, and I love the set you set up for this. Like, this is you know, the opportunity to come on the show and showcase and get people to follow you. And I hope everybody viewing has followed this guy on Instagram because he is a hustler. I'm so happy that we got you on here, Tyler. Let's see these rookies. Let's see these rookies.
I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely.
Tua Tagovailoa, game day ticket, $2 for Tua. Josh Rosen, $2, rookie card. Jarrett Stidham, goal line blue parallel, $2 as well. 2017 Marlon Mack Elite rookie. We got some Joey B, but Joey Bosa, not Joe Burrow. $2 here. Rookie. Here's your Joe Burrow. $2 from Contenders. This is the Legacy insert. Ohio State and LSU. Derrick Henry draft 2016 from Score. $3 on this one. Here's Joe Bosa's brother, Nick Bosa, from Illusions. $3 rookie card. Here we have a 2019 Prism Draft Picks, N'Keal Harry, silver. $3 for his rookie. Stephon Diggs, rookie from 2015. Tops rookie. And then we have a Nick Foles, 2012.
You just flashed up a Stephon Diggs rookie for $3? That's pretty good, man.
For $3.
I like that. And we're about to get a Foles rookie for $3?
And then we got a Nick Foles rookie for $3.
Ooh, we're flashing up a couple of good deals here, everybody. I hope you're jumping on those.
Ezekiel Elliott rookie for $3. And then we got Gerard Penny, 2020 Prism base for $3. We got a Cam Akers, $3. 2020 base. Drew Lock, playoff, $3.
Nice, man. Nice. You're giving the audience some deals here.
Had to give them the deals.
I appreciate it. There are definitely some
EST.
deals for those of you out there who are paying attention. I hope you jumped on some of this.
We got another Joey Bosa for $3, rookie from 2016. 2019 Air Command, so Drew Lock's rookie year insert. And then we got a Dwayne Haskins rookie wave. A lot of people hate on this this card, but I'm a big fan of rookie waves. I think
They're cool looking. They're cool looking. I actually, that's from Playoff, right?
Yep, that's from playoff.
Yeah, I bought a box of playoff recently with my son. We were in Walmart and they had playoff, and so we bought a couple of boxes and busted them, and we got a rookie wave Lamar Jackson. They were boxes from 2018, just randomly in Walmart just the other day. They were on clearance, believe it or not, and it was it was a cool card, cool pull.
Dwayne Haskins, rookie from Absolute. A 2017 Mitch Trubisky, $3. Again, with that set, LSU, Leonard Fournette for $3.
All right, Tyler, I think we got time for about 3 more cards, and then we're going to jump into the giveaway here.
All right, sounds good. What do we want to pick? All right, here's 3 more cards. Drew Lock, rookie.
Nice.
This is from the Player of the Day.
Yeah, $5. Nice.
Jeff Okuda, green for $6. And then we got a silver Zach Moss.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, Tyler. I appreciate this. And we got a card to give away for the audience. Show us what we're about to give away.
All right, so we got the giveaway.
Oh, nice. Look at
Kyler
this.
Murray rated rookie.
And that one's in great shape too, man. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you so much for giving that away to our viewing audience. And we have we just got a name here, randomly pulled from people who have registered so far for the contest tonight. It is Pirate Fan 99. Pirate Fan 99, congratulations. You are the winner of this card. And we will give your email to Tyler so he can get in touch regarding shipping that card to you. Awesome. Hey, Tyler, appreciate it, man. Love the energy. Thank you so much for joining the virtual Sports Card Con 2020.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Take care.
Hey everybody, one of the really cool things about building out this new sports card investor studio is that we got some of our members to create art for the studio. So that last scene you just saw, the big wall, the big painting on top of the couch, that was from JPO Art. He's a member of the Sports Card Investor membership program. Give JPO Art a follow on Instagram. John's an absolutely awesome guy. And then there's this beauty. Look at this thing. This is from Jay Geeker Art. He's a member of our membership program, and I am a fan of his art. He just painted for me the Jordan Iconic rookie card. Beautiful, beautiful painting. And by the way, if you would be interested in having a custom Jordan like this hanging in your house, I have worked out an exclusive deal with Jay Geeker Art where I am representing him for these paintings, which he is custom creating for those who are interested. And if you might be one of those who are interested, you can get in touch by emailing art@sportscardinvestor.com, and we'll be happy to send you more information. Again, email art@sportscardinvestor.com, and let's have a closer look at that Jordan. All right, everybody, I'm extremely excited about the next guest we're about to bring on the Virtual 2020. Dave Strege is the editor of Sports Collectors Digest. And Sports Collectors Digest, if you're not familiar, it's a bi-weekly magazine that has been in existence for 47 years. So you want to talk about a publication that has seen the entire history of the sports card hobby. Well, I guess not the entire history, right? Because you could go back to very, very vintage cards and pre-war cards and everything of that nature, but has seen a lot of the history of the sports card hobby. 47 years of history of the sports card hobby. Sports Collectors Digest is that magazine. And we're going to bring Dave on to talk about some reflections about what he's seen across all those years in the hobby, as well as what Sports Collectors Digest is doing. And then we have some more very special giveaways for you. So without further ado, please welcome Dave Strege to Sports Card Investors Virtual Sports Card Con 2020.
Hi, Jeff. Hey, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Dave, it's great to have you on. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us this evening. Very excited to have this conversation with you. So 47 years. I know you haven't been there that entire time, but tell me how long you've been with Sports Collector Digest.
Sure. Yeah, I haven't been there almost 1 year now. I've been there about 11 months. So it's
newer in the role, but understanding the great vast history of the publication and the great vast history of the hobby.
Yeah, it's one of those magazines that are iconic in the industry. I keep finding people telling me, "Oh, I've been a subscriber for 30 years, and it's awesome. I continue to subscribe." And it's obviously changed quite a bit through the years. It used to be like about 100 pages. They used to have a price guide and all that sort of thing. It's not quite that big anymore. It's kind of toned down, but it's got plenty of hobby news, stories of collectors, and unique collections. We highlight new card releases. We have an online auctioneer, a columnist who kind of goes through all the top cards that have been sold on eBay for the previous 2 weeks. And yeah, we got a lot of things going there. It's certainly the hobby. When I got into it was when I was a sports writer of the late 80s. I was reading an article in the LA Times, and it was saying how Nolan Ryan's rookie card was worth $1,200. And this was probably about late 80s. And so I said, I've got that card. So I went to my shoebox, and sure enough, I had the card. So that kind of put me on a path to start collecting all the Nolan Ryan cards, which I did successfully do. Took me 3 or 4 years and one trip to the National in Orange County when it was there in, I think, 92. So that kind of tells you a little bit about my background anyway.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And now we have you as editor of Sports Collectors Digest. And I want to let all the viewers know right away, you've done two really nice things for the viewers. First of all, I believe you're giving away 6 year-long subscriptions. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
And the way it's going to be a little different how you enter that contest. It's not our normal contest entry. If you go to sportscardinvestor.com and you go to the Virtual 2020 and you look in today's schedule, where it says we have a special guest, where it says Dave is a special guest, there's a link right there to enter to win one of 6 subscriptions to Sports Collectors Digest. And there is also a link to read a digital issue, the current digital issue of Sports Collectors Digest. I was browsing it a little bit this morning. It spoke my language because it started off with, it has a nice Field of Dreams cover, and it's talking about some of the greatest baseball movies of all time. Personally, Field of Dreams is one of my all-time favorites. So much, true fact, that I actually traveled to Iowa specifically to go see the site of the Field of Dreams. It was a great experience. So so tell me, Dave, a little bit more. What is, having been around the hobby for a long time and for a while as a collector, now as the editor of this magazine, what is your perspective on kind of where the hobby is right now and how things have been in recent months?
Well, from what I'm gathering from collectors and auctioneers, it's never been stronger. When I went to the National in 92, I thought it was huge then. People were lining up at the doors at the Long Beach Convention Center, and it was huge then. And now, just based on Larry Canelli's online auctioneer columns every issue, ton of cards going for unbelievable prices. It's really incredible.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And by the way, that online auctioneer column, it's a valuable column, right? Because, you know, a lot of times when we look at card sales data, I look really heavily at eBay data. I look at StockX and, you know, what's going on StockX. But there's actually other auctions that are taking place even off of those platforms. And I know you sometimes try to kind of cover a broader level of, you know, what's happening across the sports card hobby.
Yeah, and Larry does a great job in keeping on top of that. A really interesting story just happening right now is the Trout Superfractor card is on auction with Golden Auctions, and we have a story coming up in our next issue about the character called Vegas Dave.
Yep.
And you're probably familiar with Dave. So.
Yep.
Yeah, very interesting. It's ongoing right now. I think the card is right up 1.2 million right now.
Yeah, that's incredible. And it's definitely an interesting story. And honestly, I think we're going to see more and more of it for years. I mean, I think, you know, there's so much interest coming into the hobby. There's so many new people coming in every day wanting to make a mark in the hobby, and it's on all ends of the spectrum. It's, you know, it's on the lower end. It's also all the way up on the incredible high-end stuff. You know, we had a Jordan, which obviously, or rather a LeBron, which just sold in the last couple of weeks for shattering an all-time record.
Yep.
And, you know, $1.8 million. Now this Trout card may shatter that record and continue to press upwards in terms of, you know, the value of cards. How much higher do you think this can go, Dave?
Boy, I'll tell you, some people say sky's the limit. In fact, Vegas Dave was calling that card a potential $10 million card. He thinks that this card will surpass in fact, Ken Golden of the auction, he believes it'll surpass the Honus Wagner, the card that went for $3.12 million. So, yeah, it's going up, and people are recognizing the fact that cards can be an investment, and that's happening. You see that left and right now. So the hobby's on solid ground, and it's going nowhere but up.
I agree. I know there's people out there who are sometimes skeptical and feel like we're in a little bit of a bubble or something like that. And I got to tell you, like what Josh said in the opening interview today, you know, we're in the second or third or maybe fourth inning. And I see it because I see so many new people coming in each and every day. And it doesn't seem to be slowing down. It's going to be fascinating to see what that Trout card sells for. I would actually love to take some guesses in the chat, in the YouTube chat. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you think the final price on the Trout card will sell for. And we'll have to go back and watch this episode a few weeks from now when the auction closes to see who had the closest guess. But it's a Trout Superfractor, the one of one, the only one in existence of, you know, the best baseball player in the MLB right now, bar none. So it's going to be amazing to see what that card sells for. And I'm curious to see what everyone's going to predict it at in the chat.
Yeah, you got 24 more days if you want to bid on it. So
there you go. I heard, by the way, Gary V was on our chat tonight. So maybe, you know, maybe Gary V is going to chase after that card. I don't know. But then again, I know he really wants to buy the New York Jets. So this might set him back in his quest to buy the New York Jets if he has to drop 10 mil on this card. I'm not sure. Well, Dave, I appreciate it. Let me get you out of here on this. What is your favorite card? Is it you talked about the Nolan Ryan collection? Is it something from that, or what is your favorite card that you own right now?
I would say the favorite card that I own would be the Nolan Ryan collection. But being that my wife and I are both big Angels fans, I guess the Mike Trout cards would be my favorite. Yeah,
absolutely. And good luck to the Angels. They are a team who I think is really interesting now that you got Joe Madden and Shohei Ohtani's back and you've got Trout and obviously Hugh Holtz is still there. I mean, you got a lot of great talent on that roster. I hope you guys can break through and make some real noise in the years ahead. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a real fun team to watch for sure.
Awesome. Dave, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining the virtual Sports Card Con 2020.
Hey, thanks for having me. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our future. Our future. Our future. Our future. Are you ready?
We have liftoff.
Who do you collect?
All right, everybody. In a few, by the way, what about that video, huh? I mean, did that get you excited? Did that get you pumped up? I love the Panini videos. It's amazing. And Panini is also going to be a big part of tonight's show. In a few minutes, I'm going to be bringing on Tracy Hackler from Panini, who is going to talk to us about everything that's going on. I'm sure you all have some questions for Panini. I'm going to be asking some questions on my own, but if you have some questions in the chat, why don't you throw those out, and maybe Tracy will be gracious enough to answer a few of those questions. Panini obviously is such a big name and influence in the hobby, and the producer of basketball cards, unbelievably hot right now, soccer cards, unbelievably hot right now, football cards. So it's going to be really, really fascinating to see what Panini is able to do. While we are waiting for Tracy to join, I have to tell you guys about my newest entrepreneurial venture. Because as you know, if you've watched some of my shows, you know that Sports Card Investor is one of 14 different businesses now that I have been part of starting over the last several years. Entrepreneurship is in my blood. And I got to show you guys the newest one. That this is my wife's idea. This is her company, but it's from our entrepreneurial family. And this is called Face Mask Friend. And it's a very simple yet important concept. Because while we are trying to get America and the world back to normal so that we can go to the sporting events that we love, it's very important that we mask up. But the problem with face masks is, what do you want to do with them when you're not around other people? You see people doing this. Don't be the chin strap face mask guy. That's not a good look. You don't want to be this guy. That's ugly. You see people doing that. Don't be the earring face mask guy. That's not who you want to be either. What you want to do is do this. And you can do this by buying a face mask friend. The face mask friend is a very simple but effective chin or neck strap for your face mask. That's what it does. And my wife has been very gracious to offer a special offer to watchers of the Virtual 2020. If you go to facemaskfriend.com and use promo code VIRTUAL, you will get 15% off your order. Facemaskfriend.com, use promo code VIRTUAL. Now listen, I know a lot of guys are watching tonight. You may not care about this as much, but tell your wife about this. You need this for your kids. If your kids are about to go back to school, good God, they need this. They need to hold their face mask and not lose these things everywhere. So again, facemaskfriend.com, promo code VIRTUAL, get you the 15% off discount tonight. All right, guys, we're working to get Tracy from Panini here, who's going to be joining us in a minute. Let me, by the way, also mention another business tonight. You guys know, obviously, about Sports Card Investor, and you guys know about our Market Movers data platform. You've heard me talk about that, I'm sure, in various episodes before. And tonight, we're going to give away a 3-month Market Mover membership for free. We're going to give away a 3-month Market Mover membership for free to someone who is watching. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner. And this is exciting because today was a monumental day with our Market Movers data platform, because today we launched the ability to add any card to the My Collection feature within Market Movers. Not just cards that are in our database, which, by the way, our database has grown to almost 10,000 cards at this point. It was 600 when we first launched. But now you have the ability to add any card into My Collection. So we are truly providing a complete collection tracking system for your collection within Market Movers. And as a special offer for those of you who are watching the virtual tonight, If you would like to try Market Movers out, we will give you 20% off your first payment, whether it's a monthly payment or an annual payment, by using promo code VIRTUAL. Again, 20% off your first payment by using promo code VIRTUAL. To find out more, go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers. Okay, I think we're having a little bit of trouble connecting with Tracy from Panini. This is live TV. We're doing this live, ladies and gentlemen. This type of stuff happens. What I would like to do is let's take a look. As you guys know, Kelly from my team has been just an amazing, amazing help at getting this show together. And today was a frantic day of last minute running around. I feel like we need to have a look at Kelly and see how Kelly is. Can we go to the Kelly cam? Can we get the Kelly cam up? How you doing, Kelly? How are you feeling back there? How's everything going? Kelly has been an absolute champion. She's gonna need a drink after this show is over. But you know what? But so far so good, Kelly. You're doing an amazing job. I know everybody out there appreciates it. And we're gonna bring in a few minutes here, we're gonna bring in Mealy, the Mealy Pop Shop. So the Mealy Pop Shop is one of the best dealers you're gonna find anywhere, honestly. Mealy Pop is absolutely awesome. They are a shop in Gainesville, Florida, home of the Florida Gators, but totally unrelated because they started in Gainesville after I had already moved to Atlanta, so I didn't actually meet them through that interaction. But they've exhibited at the last couple of nationals, and they do some awesome stuff through their Instagram, including Mealy Pop Madness, which is a fire sale, and we're about to experience that as a group in a few minutes. And lots of really, really nice cards, lots of graded cards, lots of modern basketball, football, baseball cards, really, really good stuff. So we're going to go live down to them in just a couple of minutes. All right. In fact, maybe we will, I know we're still having a little bit of trouble connecting with Panini. That's okay. We're going to give them one more minute. And if not, we'll go ahead and go down to Mealy Pops. But I could also mention that we have Phil's Polls coming on the show later this evening to do a free break of Bowman 2020, for 60 lucky people who have entered our contest. So what we are doing is we are doing a team break box 1, where we're assigning 30 people who are watching tonight to a team, and then team break box 2, where we're going to assign another 30 people who are watching tonight to a team as well. Oh, by the way, I didn't yet give out that Market Movers winner. I'm sorry, I was handed a winner here, and I apologize for saying I was going to give out 3 months of Market Movers for free and not actually announcing that the winner of 3 months of Market Movers is Lunchbox 2530. Lunchbox 2530. Congratulations on your 3 months of Market Movers. We will make sure to get that over to you. All right, I think maybe we will just go, maybe we'll give Mealy Pops a shout. He's ready to go. Let's go ahead and start Mealy Pops Madness. Let's bring on our second dealer. This is gonna be a fun time, and we're gonna go ahead and start Mealy Pops Madness, and then we'll try to grab Panini after Mealy Pops Madness is over. All right, we're connecting right now with Jamil. I think we're about to get Jamil up. What's up, Jamil? Give us just a second. We gotta get you live on the feed here. It's just taking a second. We got to move over from Panini to. We do need Panini to get here because Panini's going to be giving away some awesome prizes, but I'm sure they're going to join. I think we were a little bit early for them tonight. I'm sure they're going to join here soon. All right, Jamil, we've got you on the feed now. How's it going, man?
What's up, Jeff? How you been, man? Go Gators.
Things have been great, man. It's great to see you. And we're seeing your card shop in Gainesville, Florida behind us.
Hey, man, I wanted to bring a little bit of the card shop, the wax wall behind me and everything, because we're so desperate, right? With COVID, we can't see all this wax. So I thought, why not bring some wax, have some fun. This is our shop here in Gainesville. Thanks, everybody, for joining and hanging out with us tonight. Here's my lovely wife. She's hanging out with us as well. And we're ready to do this, man.
That's great, man. And go Gators, man. I love the hat. And that's an awesome wax wall. I can speak. I would, if I was around that large of a wax wall, I think I would get anxiety each day about wanting to bust some of those boxes open.
Yeah, so many people come in and they just kind of stand at this table. Here, I'll see if I can flip it. They stand at the table, and what they do is they just kind of stare at the wall forever. Right. So, and you guys saw it right there. But let me see. We pretty much do everything here in the store. So here, I know what you do. Here you go. So here is when you come in, right, we have like just everything from basketball, football, baseball, soccer, hockey, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. We have a whole other section in the store. So if you're ever in Gainesville, we're right off 75. Come visit us sometime. It's awesome. But we have something special planned tonight with kind of a pseudo sale, which I'm excited about, Jeff.
Yeah, we're going to give the audience some awesome deals. And Jamil, if you don't mind, we just got Panini on. So if you don't mind,
Okay.
I'm going to switch over to them. And then we're going to switch back to you in 15 minutes. And we're going to do Mealy Pops Madness live for everybody watching. So I'm going to bring you back here in just a couple minutes, okay?
Sounds good, man. Have fun with Panini.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's cut over to Panini if we can. We're going to try to get Panini up here. This is the live TV, ladies and gentlemen. All kinds of things can happen. But we definitely want Panini on because do we have some good questions in the chat? Tyler, can you get me a couple of questions that the audience might like to ask Tracy from Panini? And we can bring those out here as soon as we can get Panini on the camera, which we should have them on the camera in a moment. we should have them on the camera in a moment. Technology. Live technology.
I'm just going to say hi again, everybody, while I'm getting this. Here we go. He should be up.
He's not answering. Go. He was just here. We just had him. Panini, where did you go? Panini. They're too busy making new Zion cards. Panini, they're busy. They got new sets coming out. They're too busy. The demand is crazy. Everything is busy right now. All right, we're gonna give him one more chance here, and if we can't get him, we may just have to go back to Mealy Pops Madness and just make it happen. We had him. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have him? Tracy, how you doing? Tracy, good. We can bring Tracy on here. Awesome, Tracy. I know we were calling you a little bit early. I apologize for that, but it's live TV. Things can happen. But hey, I appreciate the fact you're on here now. Welcome to the virtual 2020 by Sports Card Investor.
Hey, I'm honored to be here. Thanks for having me on, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Panini obviously is at the absolute center of the hobby. You guys have the hottest products right now in the hobby, it seems. And as a big, collector and investor myself, I love Panini products. Certainly a big fan. The hobby, obviously, as you know, has been on absolute fire. It's been growing like crazy. What has that been like for Panini?
It's been kind of, in a sense, it's been surreal because so many people right now are going through some really difficult times with the pandemic, and a lot of our friends, family, loved ones have been impacted by it. But our market is hotter than it's ever been, and so it's a little bit surrealistic when you think about it. But I think it really speaks to this rabid passion that exists for sports and for pieces of people's favorite players, and it also speaks to the overall hunger that we have for sports being back. And then I think it's also a testament to what our product development teams, our design teams have been able to put together, one compelling product after another. Whether you're talking about NBA, obviously is reaching new heights, and on the NFL side as well. So we're on a real roll right now, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to watch. And I'm going to make a personal request tonight to your design team, which is those Color Blast Prism Draft Picks basketball cards. You guys had those Color Blast cards in Prism Draft Picks this year. They were beautiful cards. I wanted them in the main Prism. They weren't in the main Prism. Could we see those maybe perhaps in other Prism lines in the future?
I think most definitely. I saw the new Color Blasts that were in Spectra basketball, and those things are just beautiful. I mean, when you talk about sports cards, words like beautiful or captivating, or those aren't words typically associated with grown men on basketball cards. But man, you look at those Color Blast cards, and they are out of this world. So I think definitely, I thought they would be in Prism myself because that's kind of where they've been on the baseball side, and also on the college draft pick side. But I was just happy that we got them in Spectra, and they're so tough. And that's what's really enjoyable about the market right now is that, yeah, everybody wants the Zion Auto Mem or the Ja RPA or the Joe Burrow limited to 10 with an autograph. But cards like Color Blast really show how scarcity plus just drop dead good looking cards, what that can do for the market as well.
Yeah, that's been a big lesson learned over the last several months. I think a lot of sports card collectors and investors, when there were no sports, and then people, when the Jordan documentary came about, and then people started learning and finding out about all of these interesting Jordan inserts from all of these 1990 sets, which a lot of them hadn't really, caught on a whole lot or had a lot of exposure amongst investors and collectors. But then as people started digging into the library of Jordan cards and finding these really unique inserts, the popularity of inserts really started to rise. And what's interesting is it's carried over to modern sets. And, we saw it in Prism Mosaic, which came out a few months ago and has some really interesting inserts in it, like the Jam Masters and the stained
beautiful
glass. And so I think people are becoming, the short print type inserts are starting to become, much more valuable and much more chase card centric. And the Color Blast ones are certainly that as well. So yeah, really.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Times.
That's a great point, Jeff, because you look at Mosaic, a product that really, that was the last product that we were able to get out on the market prior to the lockdown and stay-at-home orders were issued in Texas. And I didn't even know we were going to try to get that out, but it hit retail first. And I started seeing the breaks on IG or on social and was just blown away by some of the designs. And it just really shows what you can do with a technology like Optichrome, the bright colors, and then the mosaic pattern that's kind of wildly different from the regular prism. It really makes for a lot of inserts that are valuable with nothing more than just a awesome design and color scheme. Prisms, yes. Yes. Yeah, that's a great point. And those are things that like I didn't really know when there was one of our customer service people was asking about the silvers a few years ago, and I'm like, "What are you talking about? The prisms?" And he goes, "Yeah, the silvers." And so that the hobby does a really good job of kind of coming together, especially on things like nomenclature of how to identify things. So I think you'll see a similar shift on Mosaic, because you got to remember Mosaic as recently as its debut 2 years ago was a hard sell. We thought we made too much of it 2 years ago, and it was but once it caught traction, and this year it kind of went to another level. I think you'll see that nomenclature kind of come in line with the other Prism products.
Absolutely. And do we have audio now, or do I need to switch? We have audio. Okay. The viewers lost the audio. You and I could hear each other. My last question was about the fact that there are, mosaics. And I was filing a complaint with Tracy about the naming convention, because I was complaining, back in 2012 and 2013, there were prisms, and that would drive me crazy. And then it became Prism Silver, but now we got mosaics again. And within my Market Movers data tool, where we attempt to track the sales of all of these different variations of mosaic cards, having a mosaic is a real pain in the butt to try to figure that thing out, within looking at all the sales charts and graphs to build the Market Mover software. Anyway.
Well, don't be surprised if you see like a mosaic silvers or something to.
Well, and there are mosaic silvers too, but we just need another. We need another name for the mosaic. We'll come up with one. We'll work together, Tracy. Let's take some suggestions in the chat. Actually, in the YouTube chat, let's tell Tracy, let's get Panini to rename the mosaic to something else next year. Let's tell Tracy in the YouTube chat what that should be. Cool. Awesome. Up. Tracy froze up. Tracy froze up. Well, again, it's live TV, ladies and gentlemen. All kinds of things we're going to have. But we need to get Tracy back because he's going to give away some great cards. I actually want to ask him about print runs. I know that's something that's on the mind of, probably many people watching the show. They want to know what's going on with print runs. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. If we can get him back on here, we'll talk to him about a few more of these things before we go to Mealy Pops Madness. But man, I was trying to passionately make my case to Tracy that we need a new name for the Mosaic Mosaics. I love Mosaic. It's a good set. They got a lot of good cards in there, but the nomenclature around the Mosaic Mosaics drive me crazy when we're trying to graph all the prices of all the sports card changes in Mosaic. All right, so we're trying to get Tracy back on. We've lost our connection to Tracy. I think he's having some internet issues there. If we cannot get him back on, then we will see maybe if we can get him on in one of our following nights here, because I definitely wanted to talk to him about that. I wanted to talk to him about the rush on First Prism cards. I want to talk to him a little bit about soccer cards, all kinds of interesting topics to talk to Panini about. But we're going to give him one more shot, and if we can't get back to him, we're going to go ahead and go to Mealy Pops Madness and see if that works. I think we might be getting him back here. Hold on one second. Let's see if we can get Tracy from Panini. I think we got Tracy back here, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy, welcome back.
Sorry about that. I don't know if that was on my end or your end, but if it's on mine, I apologize.
It's not a problem. I'm glad to have you back. So anyway, Tracy, give me any highlights of what collectors and investors can look forward to from Panini over the next year.
I think a lot of the continued momentum you'll keep seeing that. I mean, the great thing about what we do in sports cards, as you well know, and all the viewers know, is that a lot of our success is based every year on what new rookie crops are coming through, what second, third, fourth year players break out. And the beautiful thing is that we've never had a more talented crop of NBA players, NFL players. And so you see a lot of these folks, all they need to get is an opportunity on the field or on the court, and they shine. And that leads to immediate gains in the sports card marketplace. So I think we obviously have a really good thing going with the Optichrome technology products. I think we've probably done about as much as we can do with it, although our teams are always surprising. One of the things that we were talking about earlier was those 90s feeling inserts that are really tough but really gorgeous to look at. And I think there's more that can be done with that type of stuff. And I think we'll just continue to do our best to build valuable products across all price points, starting with stuff like hoops and score and moving on up to products like Flawless and NT. But I think a lot of our success year in and year out is based on who are the rookies and what are they doing once they get the opportunity.
Absolutely. And so, I know one challenge that I'm sure you have at Panini, and I'm sure there's lots of conversations that take place about this every day, is how do you balance the rising demand for sports cards with the fact that you don't want to lead us down the path to the junk wax era, right? We had a real problem in the late 80s and early 90s where sports cards were printed on demand, and therefore the supply became so big that they lost any type of, long-term value. And there's a lot of folks who watch the show who will point out, and I pointed out on my shows that, we are seeing the print runs increase year over year, which they have to because demand's going up. And I know it's a double-edged sword because people will complain when they go to Walmart and they're sold out of everything. But on the other hand, they'll also complain when they see the PSA population counts getting too high on any card. How do you balance all of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. It can be a delicate.
No, we lost him right at the key question. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen,
I got you.
We got you back. You back. Good. You were just starting. I thought you were Tracy. I thought you were running away from my print run question.
No. Never. No, it's a great question, and it absolutely is a delicate balance. The thing I'll say about our product development teams across all sports, NBA, NFL specifically, is we have individuals on those product development teams who were around back in that junk wax era, and they've been in the trading card game for, I mean, combined, we probably have thousands of years of experience in the business. So we are very cognizant of not overproducing, and it's an interesting debate, right, or argument, because on one side of the coin, you don't want to make too much, but on the other side, we're hearing from everyone that they can't get enough or they can't find it. So, I don't know how much higher we can go and still meet enough demand, but it is something we take very seriously. And it's, look, we're in the business of taking care of the consumers and not producing a product that will lose value immediately because there's so much of it. So I don't think we're in danger of getting to that point, but it is interesting that we may be in an unprecedented time in terms of just volume of people in the industry, from investors to just fans. It's unlike anything we've seen, really unprecedented. So if we can continue to kind of do our job and be responsible, but also be cognizant of that we need to make enough to get in hands, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I know it's a difficult balancing act, and we appreciate Panini's commitment to being responsible on that issue, because, as a sports card investor, obviously, we want the population to remain below the demand level, right? We want the supply to remain below demand, and I know that's a difficult balance each and every year. I don't envy your position for making those kind of decisions, but I'm glad you're doing it with a lot of forethought and a lot of respect. And I've talked to some other folks at Panini as well, leadership folks at Panini, who've kind of echoed the same sentiment. Like, it's something that's very much on your minds because a lot of you lived through that era and don't want to see that occur again. Absolutely. No, it's something that obviously it's our bread and butter, and it means everything to us, and taking care of the end consumers is number one. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. What about, I want to ask you about soccer cards, because what did, obviously basketball is, absolutely exploding. Football has been hot as well, but has the rise of soccer cards surprised you, and what do you see there going forward? Yeah, I mean, it really has surprised me. I never really had a real good idea of how traditional North American trading card products would resonate with what is often an international collector base for soccer. Traditionally, soccer collectors for decades have been accustomed to the Panini sticker collections. It's a finite end every year. It's a affordable product. You have the album, you get the stickers, you fill it up, and you're done. No autographs, no memorabilia, none of those things. So there was a learning curve initially, but I think when we released that first Prism World Cup product, really with some throwback nuances in terms of autographs, I think were one every other box, and it just went crazy. And so I think that was the first sign that there was a definitive traditional trading card audience out there. And it didn't take us long before we had Flawless Soccer. And then fast forward a few years, another World Cup product. It didn't hurt that it was Prism, obviously. And then our most recent products, Immaculate Soccer, Gold Standard Soccer, Obsidian Soccer, have been really well received. And the thing that I think has been most surprising is just how popular they've been in China. I mean, those products, they're just as hot as the NBA products over there. That was surprising to me. I don't know that it surprised everybody in our company, but I certainly was blown away by it, because I felt like Immaculate Soccer might struggle, but boy, could I not have been more incorrect on that. And then we just released, today, in fact, the first ever Impeccable Soccer product for the Premier League launched. And we had a small number of boxes on the PaniniAmerica.net store, and they sold in like in 2 minutes. Sure. Obviously, a lot of NBA and NFL collectors know the Impeccable brand, know what that means. And so I think it one of the things to me that illustrates soccer is I had a guy that I work with, David Sharp. He goes,
He goes, have you seen what these Mason Greenwood cards are doing? And I texted back, who's Mason Greenwood? Like, I felt like I should have known who he was. Well, he's this 18-year-old goal-scoring phenom from the UK, and his regular cards in Chronicle Soccer, I mean, they're going for $200, $300, and I was like, wow. So anyway, that it just shows you that the demand once again is there. We're trying to feed it, obviously, without alienating the value and the integrity of those products. And so that long-winded answer is yes. I've personally been a little surprised by how popular it's been.
Yeah, well, we've been watching it closely, and we'll continue to watch it closely. And yeah, certainly exciting to see how hot that's been. Tracy, before you leave, I think you were going to give us a giveaway, right?
Yes, I'm going to give you 2 giveaways.
Awesome.
So this product, this is Elite Football, just came out today, actually. One hobby box, and then this is like a sneak peek here. This is Chronicles Basketball.
Nice.
Which doesn't release.
What's that?
It doesn't release till Friday. So
wow, cool. Hold that one up again. Let the audience see that. Let the audience see the Chronicles Basketball. We got a preview of that here.
There's Chronicles Basketball right there.
Ooh, people are going to want to win this. People are definitely going to want to win this. Yeah, both of them are nice.
Yeah.
Elite Football and Chronicles Basketball. So we're going to pick 2 winners from our people who have entered through the Sports Card Investor website. So our first winner, this is going to be for Elite Football. Elite Football is going to David Fuentes, 3267. Apologize if I messed up your last name there, David, but this is yours. David Fuentes, 3267. Congratulations.
David, congratulations.
We'll get in touch with you, and then the Chronicles. The Chronicles is going to WSU Pride. WSU Pride. If you guys are in the chat, shout out right now. Yes. WSU Pride. I assume that's Washington State University. We might have
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, we probably got a Washington State Kruger. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much for those donations. And Tracy, thank you so much for joining Sports Card Investor tonight in the virtual.
I appreciate the time. Appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate what you guys are doing. And have a great rest of the weekend. And I look forward to being on again soon.
Thank you. Absolutely. Take care.
All right, Jeff. Thanks.
Bye. All right, we're going to Mealy Pops again, and we're going to start Mealy Pops Madness. Let's get some more sports cards on the screen and for sale. Jameel, welcome back to the virtual.
Connection issues, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody.
This is going to be great. So tell us a little bit about what they can expect here. We already did. We had a dealer, Tyler, on earlier who did a bunch of cards and people claiming them in the chat. That's going to be the same basic format here, right?
Yeah, kind of in the same way. So we started this thing on Instagram about 4 months ago, and it's just kind of taken off because I think what we do, I advertise it as this is single sales like you find nowhere else on the internet because we do so much in volume so quick. And so we're going to attempt, because I know there's a lot of people watching right now, we're going to attempt to do everything right the best we can. It's going to be pretty crazy, I'm sure. But we've just been successful in it, and we try and give a lot of deals. That's what I think that's the big part of the card shop, right? You go to a card shop, try and get some deals. And we're trying to do that. So we have a little crew here tonight, Money Bison on Instagram and Timmy HRN if you want to go follow them. But we're going to be working hard. I'm come walking to the back because I'm going to do the flip here in a second for you guys. But we're looking forward to it for sure. So, all right, let me make sure. Yeah, so I'm going to step back a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to step back a little bit because I don't want to show all the prices yet because I know it's going to be kind of crazy. So do you want to kind of go over the rules with everybody?
Let's go over the rules. Let's go over the rules. We're going to use, so first of all, just like we did for Vintage and Hype earlier, we're going to use the chat that's on the sportscardinvestor.com website. So not the YouTube chat, but if you want to claim a card, you go to sportscardinvestor.com, you go to the virtual 2020, and then where it says Mealy Pops, you click to their dealer page. Now, if for any reason The chat goes down. We're also going to put a link directly to the chat in the YouTube chat. Tyler Holzhammer from my team has now put that link directly in the chat. So you guys can, either way, you guys can claim the card. The first person who says, I'll take it, and you got to put the name of the card that you're going to take. But the first person who says, I'll take it, gets it. And then the PayPal address for Jamil and for Mealy Pops is right above the chat window on sportscardinvestor.com. And Jamil, how does shipping going to work? What about shipping?
So just for tonight, we'll do free shipping. I don't want people to worry about that. We have our PayPal set up for everybody who's listening. It's mealypops@yahoo.com. You can just send the payment in that way. And so everything you just said is perfect, except a couple little things that people understand. I got a guy in the chat right now. He's already created an account. Thanks for setting that up, by the way, Jeff. His name is Mealy Pops Tim, and he's the one guy who's going to be our official guy. If you get the card, he's gonna let us know, and we'll know that card went to you. We've had a lot of people asking us already, hey, what if 10 people send money? Well, Brian and I and Tim haven't eaten tonight, so you're going to have some donations to the shop. Wait till we confirm the sale before you send any money, and we'll do that all through the chat. He's right on it right now, and then I got my guy Brian next to me, Money Bites, and he's going to be doing all the payments. So we're going to work through this. It's going to be fun. We have about, I think, 20 minutes maybe, and we'll do it. Maybe we can sell a table out. Let's do it.
Let's try to sell a table out. And I've heard some people are having a difficult time right now getting into the chat. We're putting the link direct to the chat. Tyler, is the link direct to the chat working? Can you check to see? We got a chat up. Try to Hammer. Can you go direct to the chat and just see if the direct to the chat link is working? That is working. So in the YouTube chat right now, we're going to paste multiple times so you can see it, a link to bypass the sportscardinvestor.com website, which apparently cannot handle all of the traffic you're throwing at us tonight, which I appreciate. And we're going to let you go right into the chat software. So that link is now in the YouTube chat posted by Tyler Holzhammer, and he's going to post it a few different times just so you guys can see it scroll by. Click into that. And Jamil, I think we're ready to get started. Started. Let's go.
So
let's make the Mealy Pops Madness. Here we go.
Let's go. All right, so I'm going to do a quick pan of all the cards. You guys can see it, and then we'll just start going. It's just crazy. So first time we've ever used YouTube for this, so here we go. All right, so I'll start here. Got the sideways. All right, so we're going to start with some old refractors of Tony Gonzalez. Here's an Emmett Go Gators with a Tiki Barber duel. We have an Emmett Museum collection.
Can you call out the prices too, just in case anyone's having a difficult time seeing them?
Yeah, no problem. All right, so it's $100, $180 on the dual auto. We have the Emmett Museum collection. They're $175 each, but I really like to sell it as a lot because you got a rainbow there. So I would do the lot for $850.
I hope there's a Gator fan out there that grabs that.
There's
that
some
is
sick
nice
stuff
one.
for sure.
Goodness
yeah,
gracious.
Man. So Altuve with the insignia. It doesn't say that I get hit by every picture, but it is an insignia. It says on there 2014 AL batting champ. Emmett is already gone. You see that? Sold on the Emmett. I'm guessing it's the Emmett Tiki. So there's an Andahar PSA 10. We have a BGS 9 with Schmidt, Brett, and Bench on there. There's a PSA 10 Vlad. That is the complete set. PSA 10 Tony Gonzalez. So you see how this works? Crazy. 9.5 Wander Franco Bowman Chrome. That's a nice one. Right next to that is a 9.5 Tatis right there. Look at that. Bang. You got a Pete Alonso right there. PSA 10 2019 Tops right there. Everybody loves that card. It's a great investment card for you to talk about, I'm sure. There's the Pete Andahar sold. Bang. There's a PSA 10 or PSA 9 Middleton Green. Chris Middleton. That's Giannis's boy. PSA 9 Green 600.
He might have a ring here. Chris Middleton might have a ring in
card
in a few months. That could go up a lot.
That's a banger of a card too, because it's the green 2012 Prism. You've seen those case prices, man. Those things are nuts. Yeah. There's a PSA 9 2019 Topps Chrome Tatis Refractor, $90. Coming down here. Alonso sold. I'm gonna fix the light real quick. All right, there's a PSA 9 Select Silver. Look at that. PSA 9 130 LeBron James. Everybody loves that guy.
I love Select. Beautiful card.
Here's some Griffies. We had some Griffies in the chat. People wanted an 89 traded rookie PSA 9 45. And there's a Tatis set. So we're going to replace cards as we go through it. So don't worry. There's a Mother's Cookies. Everybody loves the Mother's Cookies. 1989 bat on left shoulder Griffey. There's a LeBron right here at the bottom. $20. Bang. $65 on a Luka rookie studio out of Chronicles.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
You gotta love the Luka. I mean, the Chronicle stuff is beautiful.
It is.
Luka is sold.
Luka rookie card that looks like it's in real good shape. That's nice.
Look at that. And then another Luka right next to it for $60. That's a Luka Classics right there. Griffey PSA 9 is sold. Which one? Cookies or traded? There. There's the Luca right there. Griffey's mother is sold. Oh, man, I don't know if she was for sale. That's weird. Frank Thomas, we got on the case hit. Check that thing out. That's out of Tribute. Next to that, a card that's been on fire. I saw Gary V in the chat. He was posting with a few of these. PSA, I don't know PSA. It's a raw for $20 on a Mookie Betts. How about that? LeBron second-year Prism for $50.
Man, you're letting a Mookie Betts first Bowman go for $20?
It's a deal night, baby. Who's taking it? Somebody
Dang,
take
dude,
it. Let's
you brought
go.
the fire tonight,
Let's
man. You
go.
brought the
Come
deals
on.
tonight. Let's
Let's
go,
go.
Jamil.
SGC 9.5 Silver Kuzma. Everybody calls these the Black Tux slabs. I wasn't aware of that until yesterday. The Black Tux slabs. There it is, a silver 9.5. You got a PSA 9 Kuzma. Sorry about the light. I'll work on that. But the light, I'm just fix that a little bit. There's a PSA 9 Kuzma Prism base, and there's a PSA 10 for 175 and 70. Coming back down here, there's a nice Luka purple out of Status, which is a product that's you don't see a lot of. 18, 19, I think that's Chronicles. How about a Mahomes right next to it? Mahomes Kaboom, that's numbered out of 75. I got a Rui base Prism lot right here. There's 3 Rui for you investors out there. 3 base Ruis for 45. 4 trays from Chronicles. That's the Luminance for 45. Coming back down here, Michael Porter Select 20. Next to an Isaac for 25. Next to a Middleton for 65. Anybody like football? There's Tariq Cohen NT out of 29. Bang, National Treasures. Hey, let's go Charizard. The Mickey Mantle of Pokemon.
Whoa.
There's Charizard right there. Japanese
Whoa,
Rocket.
Charizard.
Kelly's liking it. Kelly
Kelly
may
is
want
liking
these.
it.
There's a Japanese Blaine's Charizard for $75. I have a 1-of-1 for you soccer guys. I heard us talking about Panini Soccer. That's Danny Sturridge. 1-of-1 for 155 black. I haven't even got to the big stuff, guys. It's coming. PSA 10 Aaron Rodgers Turkey Red for $100. There's a Tiki Barber old school X Factor. These things are so dope. Look at this. These are out of 20. I love those cards.
Nice.
13 or 20 old school X Factor. How about a BGS 10 Zeke rookie? BGS 10 Zeke rookie 140. That's out of that Clearly stuff. I forget what it's called. There's a Pulsar. If you get into the Jared Culver PSA 10 Pulsar, I got that at 400, and it's numbered eBay 1-of-1, 42 of 42.
Nice.
And there we go on the top. All right, and here's kind of a bigger row of stuff. I'll just kind of pan. Here's the candy stuff, the eye candy. We'll come back around. I'll go over these prices for
There's
people.
definitely some eye candy.
We got next to each other the 2012 brothers. There's a PSA 10 Derrick Rose Silver Prism for $650, and then you got right next to it a PSA 10 Kyrie for $625. 2012 Prism, guys, those are $55,000 a case. 2019 Prism Zion right there at $850. If anybody wants that, PSA 10 Zion right next to that. Lamar Jackson Aqua. Those are numbered PSA 9. The Rodgers is sold. All right. Rodgers sold.
These are nice prices, man. You got some nice prices going on.
All right,
here.
here's a banger of a card right here. $37.50. The last one sold for $4,100. Kyler Murray. I'd ask if anyone buys this, they take care of the fees on it because it's such a high-end card. But $37.50. PSA 10 Red Zone. These are out of 14, I think. Kyler Murray Red Zone FOTL exclusive. Nasty card. Tom Brady 2018 Prism. There's another item that's gone up through the roof is 18 Prism. PSA 10 die cut. $350. Gronk, PSA 10 Chrome 800. Auto, by the way. There's DeAndre Ayton, $800 for the DeAndre Ayton PSA 9 Prism, and right next to that, Tatis BGS 9510 Auto Topps Chrome. I think I went over. Oh no, I missed the hockey in the Game of Thrones. There's a Phil Kessel Upper Deck black right there, old school right there. Sorry, I'm casting a shadow in my hand. That's the problem. $50 on the Phil Kessel. We got Braun, I forget what the kid's name is, but his name is Isaac Hempstead with the inscription from Game of Thrones autograph. And then have Yevgeny Malkin, Russia Upper Deck Black for $135. So we've got some cards already missing on the table, so I guess I got to start putting more out. How we doing, boys, on everything? Tim says it's impossible, but he's trying.
I know. I'm sure the chat's going crazy, especially with some of these deals you're throwing here, man. Some of these deals you're throwing. Look, hey, everybody out there, we're going to do, Jamil and his team are going to do the best they can to give the cards to the people who are claiming them first, but I can only imagine the chat is wild tonight. So, bear with us, bear with his team. They're going to try to, let everyone know who got what, and you can PayPal that in. But we're going to do the best we can, but man, what an awesome format. I know it's chaos, but it's awesome chaos.
Yeah, we're trying, man. It's just kind of chaotic. Brian's looking at me. He's like, I'm trying my best. I love it. It's chaos. It's called the madness. We weren't as prepared as we wanted to be for this, but we're trying. So Tim and Brian, as people, are there any confirmed sales that we need payments in on?
And by the way, we will, Mealy Pops, Jamil is going to be back on Saturday. He's going to have another slot with us on Saturday as well. So we'll have more opportunity to get Jamil on here. And if you missed out on a card tonight because it's a little too chaotic, hopefully we can bring it back on Saturday for you.
Yeah, and I'm going to be in the chat afterwards as well. And then the other thing, too, is Saturday will be a little bit more structured. We'll have a little bit more time to kind of go through some higher-end stuff, and I'll have some cards out. Maybe you guys, if anybody's been following our Instagram, I'll try and bring out the LeBron Purse X-Fractor. That's been a cool story that we've shared with a lot of people. We're trying our best, guys. Just stay with us. Anybody that we need payments from, just call them out, Brian. Or Tim. That Tatis starts. What do you think about Tatis, Jeff? He started off pretty strong, huh?
He has. San Diego started off pretty strong. They're what? I think they're what, 4-1 maybe?
They are, yeah. He's looking good.
Yeah. That could be good. You know, in this shortened season, you never know. You know, a team just has to get hot for a period, and they can make. And also, the playoffs are expanded now, so that could bring a little more spotlight than otherwise would be expected to a guy like Tatis.
I love it. I love it. We need payments in, guys, because if we can get payments in, then we'll put some more.
TE of the Emmett Rainbow.
The Emmett Rainbow, 800. He PayPal that.
LPAGDNON. Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez payment we need in. LPO.
Yordi got the
Glaber, Yordi.
BMW got the Altuve. Brody got the Wander.
I'll bring some more cards out. Let's bring this down here.
Viviani got the Andujar. Days for Days, 803 got the Vlad. Libby 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 got the Juan. And Nick Fogo got the LeBron.
Thanks, Tim. Here we go with a Porter Jr.
5632 got the T. BMW got Alonzo.
If he could get a little closer, Jamil, that would help. Just help everyone here. Who got what? And if he calls your name out, get your PayPal in, because if you don't get your PayPal in by the end of the show tonight, then your order is going to get canceled. If you don't get your PayPal in by the end of the show, your order is going to get canceled. Okay, this is great. Here we go. Now, so if you see your name on this list, get your PayPal in. That means that you got the card. So your name on the left means that you got the card on the right.
Yep.
So there you go. If you see your name, get your PayPal in, and we'll pull those cards off the table. But if you don't get your PayPal in by the end of the show, then those cards are going to go back in for sale, and we'll bring it back out on Saturday.
Yep, that's how it works. All right, we need that payment in. I brought out here's our boy Emmett. Here's a PSA 10 Emmett 95 die cut. You guys know how hard it is to do die cuts. PSA 10 die cut. I'm going to slow down from putting a lot of new cards on the table, but I'll just.
By the way, the payment. Give everyone the PayPal address again, and I know it's on our website, but just in case people can't get to the website.
Yeah, it's Mealy Pops at yahoo.com. MEELY Pops at yahoo.com. Not me. I know on the.
Yep.
You got. I know on this.
MEELYPOPS at yahoo.com. Send your PayPal there. Get your payments in, so we can get those cards sold and sell some more.
Yeah, man. And we do this probably about every other week on Instagram. Our next one will be August 8th. It's a Saturday. So if you guys want to join us on Instagram, it's just crazy on there, just like you see now. We have a little bit better control of payments because the platform, but we just have fun with it. I'd love to sell some more stuff to give away some box cutters. We're still working on the payment end over here, guys. We're trying. We're doing our best. Thank you guys for all your participation. One payment. Thank you. We need more payments in if you can. Anybody else? You want to claim any other cards, Tim? Or is it too hard to follow? It's impossible. We're trying, guys. We're trying. Tim's trying to be as fair as you can with it. What we can do, too, is we can always go back in the chat, and we can always afterwards. So, Tim, if you see any cards.
Mike 1366 got the Charizard.
Big Mike 1366 got the Charizard. I'll take them both off. You say which one or no? Okay. Trey Lot for 4. Just shout out stuff to me, and then I'll pass them to Brian.
And we're experimenting, just so everyone knows, we're experimenting a little bit with how to do this live, virtual card show. The next couple of nights, a lot of our shops are going to rely on eBay. So it's going to be a little different the next couple of nights. Might be a little easier to claim some of the cards. But I love the energy around this format.
I love it. This is Peter B. Sold. Get payment in Peter B. if you can. Kessel, we're trying, guys. We're doing our best. Kyle Audie bought this. Kyle Audie, that's you, man. $20. Let's go, baby.
Kyle, get that $20 in, man. That was a good deal there. Get your $20.
I know. Look at this. There's a Marquise Brown silver hollow for $40. What'd you say? Gronk is sold to who? 5632, baby. Let's go on that. Tampa Bay. That's Tom Brady's new big target, Gronk. Got the Wander. I don't know if anybody saw this Wander right here. This is a 9.5 chrome, 95 bucks. Moving across, there's the Altuve for 65, the LeBron for 130, Kuzma for 160, 70 on that PSA 9, PSA 10 for 170. That's a great investment in terms of if you think the Lakers are going to win.
Yeah,
that could
I
be
totally
a big
agree.
payout.
That whole row right there. If the Lakers win the ring, and of course they're the favorites to win that ring, that whole row, the LeBron and the Kuzmas, those are all going up. Those are good prices. I think someone
100.
should jump on those right now.
There we go. I like that. We'll get some more cards here in a second.
We got about
Drew
5
Lock,
minutes left in Mealy Pops
5
Madness
minutes left.
before we move over to our break. We're going to move over to our Phil's Pulls break in about 5 minutes. But let's make this a good last 5 minutes of Mealy Pops Madness.
LeBron sold on the silver prism. You got name or no name? BOGO items, LeBron sold. Thank you, my man. Check out this Lamar in the back. PSA 9 blue teal. That's the I think at $2.99. You got the Zion right there. We're still catching up on stuff. I'll bring cards out. Here's another Gator that I know a lot of people are very mull about. Some people can't stand looking at this card. Some people really collect it. Aaron Hernandez auto, 115 bucks. Big card right there. What else we got here? Danny Dimes right here. There's an Origins auto, bringing that out on the table for 85 bucks. We're trying, guys. We're following the best we can. Here's a Saquon RPA out of XR. This one is 140, but that's numbered out of 10. That is an RPA. Guys, let me know. I'll just pull cards off. We're doing the best we can. Thank you, everybody, for participating.
We appreciate you bringing so many deals out, Jamil. And
Drew Lock,
Jamil again is going to be back on Saturday, and we'll get some of these cards up. Any that don't sell tonight, and we'll have a new lot on Saturday as well. And we'll perfect the selling process because I know there's a lot of energy around buying these cards tonight.
That's right. Card Grails, let's go, baby. Goodbye on the Chris Middleton. Card Grails, get your payment in. There's a Luka right there. It's the Luka Classics rookie right there. There's a Zion lot. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the we got. Which one? Lamar sold to Jeff. Is that Jeff? Are you buying cards somehow?
No, that's not me, man. I would have bought that one. I like Lamar. I'm trying to stay neutral tonight. I'm not buying cards tonight. I'm just letting it soak in here. Letting it soak in.
NAF 099 Michael Porter Optic Hollow. There we go. Bang. Nice buy, my friend. Nice buy. We do breaks as well, Jeff. So we do a lot of stuff online through our Facebook page. We have breaks. Like we just did Impeccable Soccer. It's funny hearing Tracy talk about it. We pulled Marcus Rashford. Kaboom Mahomes. I like that. It's actually the Kapowie, I call it. Look at that design. The Kapowie. That's going to Mike George Jeff. Thank you, my man. Frank Thomas out of Presley White. Let's go, baby. 50 bucks. Not a bad on a case hit out of Tribute. There we go. JJ Watt, 65 bucks on a rookie. White, the Zion lot times 2. What's his name? White something Warrior. White Stealing Warrior. Let's go, baby. The Warriors. Saquon took which one? Name again?
Bill's Cards 527.
Bill's Cards 527. Nice card, baby. 2-color RPA patch auto coming your way.
All right, we got 2 minutes left in Mealy Pops Madness.
There we go. 2
minutes.
minutes.
People, 2 minutes left.
Sam Cooler, 175. That is you. Sam what? Sam Stoller.
If he calls your name, get your payments in. Payment address is on the bottom of the screen. You got to get your payments in before the show ends tonight.
You gotta.
The cards.
That's right. Jonathan Loizago, 101 for you Yankees guys out of there. That's out of Chronicles, 101 with a sick patch auto. So there you go. I got this James Harrison flawless auto right here for 85 bucks. Beautiful card. James Harrison to a Steelers fan. Let me pan that back row. Got about a minute and a half left, guys. Kyrie in the corner, 625. Cohen, Josh Ruff, Tariq Cohen sold. Let's go. Nice card there, buddy. Jack 7272727. There you go, my man. Trey Lott sold to Shelly. Moving cards left and right. That's how we roll, baby. Got more stuff. Trying our best. Doing our best here, guys. Thank you, guys.
All right, Jamil, our producer Kelly wants to know the price on the gold Pokemon box, which I don't think you said. That might be a little special one.
Listen, I have 100 on it right here, but for Kelly and all her hard work tonight, how about we give her the 60 spot?
60 spot is sold, and you know what? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it for Kelly. I'm going to PayPal you $60 and give that to Kelly because she's worked her tail off to put this whole entire thing together.
She's been crushing it. We sold this to Marco who? Soccer Danny Marco. That's a 155. There you go, Kelly. That's all you right there.
She's excited. She's ready. She's happy. All
and
right,
on Saturday, we'll bring out some higher end for sure. We'll bring out a lot more stuff, and I'll bring wax and stuff out to you guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna. So thank you, first of all, Jamil, for being part of this. For everybody who put in your bids, I know the chat was frantic. Jamil and his team will continue to be in the chat after we let Jamil go here to any cards that you wanted to get that you haven't been seen yet. Stay in that chat and make sure to get your payments in if you bought anything. And as Jamil mentioned, he will be back on Saturday night with even more cards, some higher end cards, more great deals. Jamil, really appreciate the energy. Thank you so much for joining the virtual tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I really appreciate what you're doing. And from all card shop owners, man, we really appreciate what you're doing and doing this for us, man. Helps us out a lot. So have a great night, everybody. See you on Saturday.
And go follow his Instagram. The link to the Mealy Pop Shop Instagram is on sportscardinvestor.com under the virtual 2020. All right, thanks, man. I'll see you Saturday.
See you guys. Go Gators.
Go Gators. All right, everybody, that was fun, wasn't it? But are you ready to win some cards? Are you guys ready to win your way into a free break with Phil's Pulls? Because we have 60 winners selected from those of you who have entered our contest. So many of you know that Phil Hughes, former Major League Baseball pitcher, he was on the Yankees, he was on the Padres, he was on the Twins. He's got a World Series ring with the Yankees from 2009, and he was an All-Star in 2010, and now he breaks cards on YouTube, and he has agreed to do this special break with us tonight. We are about to pull Phil in to give away 2 boxes of Bowman, and by the way, once this break is done, we're gonna come back here live, and we're gonna give away another Market Movers membership, because I'm feeling generous tonight, and then we're gonna wind the night down with a little happy hour, taking some questions in the chat. But let's go ahead and show you who the 60 lucky winners are for tonight's Phil's Pulls break. Can we go ahead and bring those up on the screen?
Give me a second.
And there the winners are. So if you see your name on the screen, that is the team that you are going to be getting in tonight's break. And it looks like box 1 is on the right part of the spreadsheet, and box 2 is on the left part. So know what box you're getting and know what team you're getting. And this is very important. We need to know where to ship you the cards. We didn't collect addresses. So what you need to do is email parker@sportscardinvestor.com if your name is on the screen. Email parker@sportscardinvestor.com so we know where to ship your cards. Again, go ahead right now if your name is on the screen and email parker@sportscardinvestor.com. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start the break. Let's go ahead and bring in Phil.
What is up, everyone? My name is Phil. The channel is Phil's Pulls. And we're back with another card opening video. Today, I'm doing something kind of different, pretty special actually. I'm gonna be opening 2 boxes here of 2020 Bowman Hobby as part of the virtual Sports Cards Con 2020. sports card investor, and StockX asked me to be a part of this. And so this is a group break for 2 groups of 30 people. Each will be getting those spots that you have in a box of 2020 Bowman, like I said. So yeah, pretty excited about this. Thank you again to Sports Card Investor and StockX for letting me be a part of this. And yeah, without further ado, we will get into these boxes. Good luck if you're in this break. This will be box 1, and then box 2 will be the one that's off to the side here.
Obviously.
And hopefully you can hit something nice out of 2020 Bowman. Pretty cool thing they're doing over there. You know, obviously with a lot of the public sports card conventions not happening, they're doing a virtual one, which I think is a pretty cool idea. A lot of work went into that on their end, so shout outs to that. When they asked me to do a video for them at a break, I thought it sounds like a great idea, so here we are. There we go, packs off to the side. I will go through the paper base relatively on the quick side. I also want to make sure I don't hit the auto like too early. Robert rookie paper, Joey Bart, and Wilfred Astudillo Lux rookie, and Yamamoto. Yeah, Hobby, you get 1 auto per box, so hopefully we can pull something nice in at least one of the boxes, hopefully both. That would be ideal. I haven't opened Bowman Hobby in quite some time, so this is kind of a treat for me as well. Oh, there's our auto. So I will set that pack aside, save it for the end. I feel like that's a good idea. Kyle Lewis, he's going off in the first couple games of the Mariners season. I think he had a home run on opening day against Verlander, and then hit another one the day I'm recording this. I'm not sure who it's against. Matthew Lugo, upside down insert. Daniel Lynch, Glenn Allen Hill Jr. Got purple paper, it looks like. I've opened so much of this, I think that's Grant Levine. Yeah.
Y'all got skills.
For the Rockies, nice card, looks good in purple. About the only team that looks good in purple. So in Hobby, you do generally get more color than in Jumbo. It's Oscar Gonzalez, Mike Trout, paper. So hopefully on top of that purple paper, we'll also have some nice chrome color to come. Logan Davidson, Jesus Sanchez. Oh, almost man down. I'm not sure how exactly they're going to be posting this video, so I'm not going through all the regular, you know, maybe like, subscribe, but if it's on their YouTube channel, I would highly suggest that you subscribe. Sports Card Investor, he puts out some really great videos, kind of outlining a lot of the market movements and tips and tricks from a guy that you know, is pretty savvy card investor. Erlich Bajarski, insert. We got a Tristan Lutz and a Jordan Adams. Chris Bryant, DL Hall, Ronnie Mauricio, another Bajarski chrome base. Sean Murphy, looks like we have Atomic, I believe, in this pack. Nolan Gorman and Estevan Florial. Nice card for the Yankees. Obviously you're looking for Jason if you have the Yankee spot, but still a nice base chrome there. Aquino, Mendoza, and Sam Huff. Nice little base card for the Rangers. Shane Bieber struck out 14 in his first game of the year. Isaiah Gilliam, hidden fines for the Yankees. Shane Baz, Robert Pawson, nice little base card for the A's there. Jeff McNeil paper. Oh, Joey Cantillo. That's an atomic hidden fines to 150 for the Padres. So we've got a scoop ball there. We've got an atomic base card and an atomic insert to go along with the purple paper, and I have yet to show the auto. There's a nice Jason insert. Adam Hall, Nick Lodolo, Xander Bogaerts.
What?
Normally I would be flying through these packs to get to the auto essentially and not much else, but I'm gonna take my time. It's part of the group break. Every team counts. I wanna see you know, exactly what everybody got. There's a speckle base. Joe Ryan, Alec Baum, Mackenzie Gore, and Franklin Perez to 299 for the Tigers. Nice card there. So now we've seen a speckle, 2 atomics, and a purple paper. That is much more than you can expect in Jumbo. But Jumbo's 3 autos. That's what sets it apart. Jason paper.
You like that? You like that?
Very nice card for the Yankees. You are chipping away at a pretty nice break here. Wait, did I screw that up? I did. Well, spoilers. Shows how much I know. I thought the auto was in this pack because I saw a backwards card, but I was wrong.
You stupid.
Apologies for that. The auto is right there. And I think I spoiled it, so sorry about that. I mean, you're going to find out what the auto was eventually, right? So, Bo Bichette, I will save it for the end still. I believe it's an insert auto, which I actually like these autos quite a bit if it is what I think it is. Matthew Boyd, Victor Mesa, Julio Rodriguez Chrome, Evan White Chrome, a couple Mariners back to back. And last pack before we get to the auto, this is box number 1. And then we will move on to box 2. Brendan McKay, and Hunter Green, and Eric Pardino. Okay, first off, let me see if I can see if it's color. It does not look like color. Yeah, little Bowman throwback to 30. These are stickers, but they're super short. Just 30 of the base. So very nice card, nice hit for the Detroit Tigers. Congratulations. If you had the Tigers spot, I will set all of these cards. There's a Miguel Vargas. I'll set these aside and we will get cracking on box number 2. So congrats to everyone in break 1. Hope you had something nice. Obviously there's only one auto to go around, but let's see if box 2 could have a cool auto in it as well. Those are super rare, like I said. Don't sell for a crazy amount, but I particularly like those throwbacks. Kind of a cool insert. Let's do this. I don't have a huge stack in front of me, and I feel like it's gonna fall over.
It's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
All right, box number 2. Good luck if you're in this one. I'll try to do a better job of finding the auto this time. Daz Cameron, Mejia, De La Cruz, Wander Franco, Miguel Vargas, base, chrome, Vladdy, and a Flaherty. Balamont. Denneberg, looks like we have a Aqua Shimmer of Alek Manoah to 125. Nice little card for the Blue Jays. AJ Puck, Matt Manning, Colton Welker, Jesus Sanchez. Let's see a really nice color on the auto. That's what I'm really hoping for. Luis Robert, that's like a $5 card, if I'm not mistaken. Just crazy. This stuff is really, really blown up for the White Sox.
3 hits, couple of doubles, home run.
Daniel Lynch and Austin Beck. Nick Solak there. The fine people at Sports Card Investor, actually, that's the auto. I'm pretty sure. The fine people at Sports Card Investor actually just said I could ship these cards back. I don't have to sort and ship to all the individual people. So that's a huge weight off my shoulders. I don't know if you guys, I hear a lot of people out there that are like, oh man, you do group breaks. That's like, that'd be awesome. Shipping is not that fun. And then if you mess up, you know, you're sorting and, you know, people messaging you, it's a lot of work. Everybody just thinks it's like, oh, it's breaking cards. That seems like fun. A lot more to it than that. Munoz. Well, that's why the people that do it well are still around. Arenado. We have a Desan Brown insert. Mackenzie Gore. Eric Pardino. Kevin Newman. Patino, insert. Tyler Freeman, Jordan Adams, Trout. We've only seen the one teal, or Aqua Shimmer, sorry.
He needs some milk.
This pack is giving me some trouble. We've got a blue paper, Pete Alonso, Hunter Green insert, Jason Dominguez, and a Heliot Ramos for the Giants to 150. So nice Jason paper in there for the Yanks. Kyle Lewis, Logan Davidson, and Bojarski are the Chrome. Adamas, Langoliers. Looks like we have an Atomic after this, and it's Evan White for the Mariners. So Shane Bass, Evan White Atomic. Nice little card for the Mariners. Hunter Bishop, Cabrian Hayes, Sam Huff, Chrome. Gavin Lux, unfortunately did not start the year with the Dodgers. Got kind of a late start and didn't really do that well in summer camp, but if anybody's selling early on him, I think that's a mistake. I'd be a buyer on Lux right now. Judge, I don't think people are, you know, that knee-jerk about it, but Luis Robert, not the rookie card, the prospect card. Pawson, nice Chrome for the A's. But if you do see people trying to dump Lux, I would hop all over those, in my opinion. Looks like we have a sky blue of a vet. Ooh, nice card. Rookie to 499, Yordan Alvarez for the Astros. Congratulations to whoever has that spot. Scuball, Lozardo. Looks like a Hidden Finds insert. It's Jake Cave for the Twins, Adley paper, Adam Hall, Logan Gilbert Chrome, and Bogarts. Looks like we have, what, 6 packs? And then we'll show the autos. Brendan McKay, Luis Gill, Nate Pearson, Acuna, and Aquino. Yu Chang, we have a throwback of Joey Bart for the Giants. I just really like how those look. Old classic Bowman. Nick Lodolo, Abraham Toro. Joe Adell, insert. Shane Baz, Christian Javier, John Diaz, I like him a lot as a prospect, and a Jordan rookie. Tim Anderson. All these inserts are upside down. Andres Munoz, Nick Allen, Nolan Gorman, Fredis Nova, Savale, and Dustin May. Pitched pretty well for the Dodgers, and his first start of the year after, I think it was Kershaw that was scratched, right? Jeff McNeil, Tatis, Acuna throwback, nice card for the Braves. Jacob Amaya, first chrome. Kybert Ruiz, Lux, it's a Dodger pack. Jordan Yamamoto. And last pack before our auto. Yelich, Kirilloff, Mendoza, Joe Ryan, Grisham, and Escobar. So no crazy color in that box, really. I think there was like a blue paper, and that was about it. Let's see if our auto is color. It doesn't appear as though it is. Let's see who it is. Mario Feliciano for the Milwaukee Brewers. So congrats to whoever had the Brewer spot in box 2. Base auto, Marco Feliciano. So overall, not a bad 2 boxes. You know, not exactly the auto you want to see, but we had a nice sky blue Alvarez to go along with a couple other nice base cards, and then the rare insert auto to 30 out of box 1, the Casey Mize. So congrats to everyone in this break. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Thanks again to Sports Card Investor and StockX for asking me to come on here and help out with this Bowman break. I'm happy to do it. And I will catch you guys on the next video. See ya.
All right, everybody, congratulations to everybody who is part of the Phil's Polls break. Okay, boxes, not the best necessarily, but we got some stuff in there. But don't worry if you didn't win, or even if you did win but would like a little something more, because we have some absolute fire coming up as the next few nights go on, including National Treasures basketball that's being given away for free. But first, let's just remind everybody who won these Phil's Polls breaks. Let's go ahead and bring that up on the screen. And as a reminder, if you see your name on this list, you must email Parker at sportscardinvestor.com to claim your prize. You got to send us your emailing address. So we have that, Parker at sportscardinvestor.com to claim your prize. All right, everybody, we're gonna have a beer in a minute. We're gonna have a beer in a minute to celebrate the first night of the virtual, and I'm gonna take a couple of questions from the audience. And I understand, by the way, I haven't been able to watch the chat much myself tonight because I've been busy on the camera, but I understand from people who've been watching the chat that our good friend Kelly, producer of the show and director of marketing for Sports Card Investor, has been maybe a popular topic in this evening's chat. So I'm going to invite Kelly over to the couch, and we're going to do a little one-on-one interview with Kelly and let you guys ask Kelly some questions coming up in just a moment while Kelly enjoys a glass of wine for a job well done. You're going to come on over, Kelly, now? Sure. All right, we're going to get Kelly over. And while Kelly comes over, please, welcome to the couch. As Kelly comes over, and we need to get her a glass of wine, maybe Rachel, if you would be so inclined, we can ask Kelly all kinds of questions about her backstory. Everyone out there, all the inquiring minds out there would like to know. You got to put your little lav mic on here too.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
But we are going to give out one more Market Movers 3-month membership for free. And before I do, I want to remind you that tomorrow we go live again at 8 p.m. And tomorrow We have 2 wonderful dealers who, by the way, are going to be selling through their websites and eBay, so that might be a little bit easier to follow. I know the chat was a little chaotic tonight. But our dealers tomorrow are Joe Davis of GotBaseballCards.com, and we also have Inland Valley Sports Cards who are going to be joining tomorrow. We also have Topps coming on the program tomorrow, and Topps is going to be doing a giveaway, just like Panini did. And we have Star Stock coming on the show tomorrow. We also have Tyus Jones of the Memphis Grizzlies, who's going to be joining the show from the bubble. And we're going to end tomorrow night with a live break with Mojo Break, and that they're going to be doing for free for people watching this show tomorrow. So please be here at 8 p.m. tomorrow night to be part of tomorrow's show. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support today. And we will now transition
to happy hour.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I'm going to open up a little Atlanta Brew Sweetwater.
I just already took a sip before you said it was
That's okay. So people, first of all, I'm seeing in the chat that people love your coffee mug.
Thank you.
People would like to know, by the way, someone just said Kelly is a PSA 10, so that's pretty good.
Oh, yes. Am I a Jim Menthel?
Well,
that's the question.
Someone else said you were a BGS 9.5, and I would have said she was a BGS 10 pristine, or possibly a black label, not a 9.5. But come on, people, like, what are the subgrades on that? Let's get.
I'll take it. I'm being modest. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So Kelly, someone wanted to know in the chat your love of Pokemon cards and how long that's been going on for.
Oh, yeah. So I think maybe when I was 8, I started collecting Pokemon cards. I actually never played the game. I just collected the cards. I just found the different characters really amusing and very fascinating. I actually have a binder at home that I've kept with me all these years that's maybe about this big, just like full of Pokemon cards. I also have a Dark Charizard Holo, which is one of my prized possessions, and a Megchamp Holo as well. So I have a few cards in there that are maybe not as pristine as I would like them to be because I was a kid and I like touching things a lot, but it's one of the things that I've kept with me since my childhood.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I showed Kelly that there's a little hack, even though Market Movers is developed just for sports cards. There's a little hack where you can use chart any card in Market Movers and actually type in Pokemon, and it will still call up charts and allow you to chart Pokemon as well. Even though we don't officially support that. Oh, by the way, I've got another winner here. I got another winner of 3 months of Market Movers. Congratulations to Houston Barber 23. You are the winner of 3 months of Market Movers. Congratulations, Houston Barber 23. All right, so
let's pull some questions out of the chat. So, go ahead and start putting some questions in the chat.
This is the YouTube chat, by the way.
Yes.
Someone asked in the chat where the chat is. That confused me. Perhaps they were attempting to confuse me. Someone asked, are we going to have convention hot dogs? I had at the National, I assume this is what they were talking about. I don't know. But I will tell you at the National last year, their food selection comprised of hot dogs and salted pretzels and bags of Doritos. And that was basically the entire food selection at the National. So I basically survived off of hot dogs and pretzels for 4 days as I was walking around the National last year. We do not have those tonight, but I do think we need some of those.
Yeah, no, actually, anytime I go to, so I'm a huge Atlanta United fan, and I go to pretty much every home game they have here. And that's actually one of my traditions whenever I go watch a game at Mercedes-Benz is I have to have a hot dog. Because the hot dogs are $1.50.
They're $1.50. That's a nice thing.
Why would you not have a hot dog?
That's a nice thing they do here in Atlanta for sure at Mercedes-Benz. So somebody asked, by the way, how you think Atlanta United is going to do in the playoffs this year. I would actually ask, do you actually think Atlanta United is going to make the playoffs this year?
Okay, well, okay, so they just got out of the MLS's back tournament. And when I mean they just got out, I mean they didn't make it through the tournament. We just sacked our coach. We have an interim coach and at the moment, I do not know. People ask my opinion on it, and honestly, I think the sacking of our coach was a little surprising. But overall, 2020 is sort of a weird year to begin with. So if you're going to flip the script and stand for what you truly believed in, which was fast-paced, entertaining style of play, which we sort of got away from with this past coach, then the right thing to do was to let him go. Thank him for his time, let him go, and then flip the script, So
I agree.
that's
And
my thoughts on that.
it's still early enough in the season that things could potentially turn around. So we're going to hope that
Best
does.
basketball card to buy for 2021.
Best basketball card to buy for 2021. Well, the audience knows my absolute incredible obsession with Lonzo Ball. People are tired, and they wonder. They go to bed at night and they wonder, why is Jeff so obsessed with Lonzo Ball? What is it about Lonzo Ball that has Jeff so obsessed?
Almost every episode, like in the comments, we get why Lonzo Ball.
Why Lonzo Ball?
You don't even have to be talking about it.
But his brother is going to be in the 2021 draft and probably is going to be the most exciting prospect in the 2021 draft. So now is there a scenario where the Pelicans don't make the playoffs, they somehow miraculously win the lottery, and they draft the Ball brother at 1, and now you got both balls on the same court? Can you imagine what that's going to look like? Actually, I don't even know. Does the Ball brother play point guard? Is he a point guard? Would they both be? You can run 2 point guards. You can run a 2 point guard offense. Just a lot of passing. Just a lot of passing. Although Lonzo Ball now has a 3-point shot. Everybody, yes, he does. That's right. All of you people out there who told me several months ago that Lonzo Ball could not shoot and therefore was not a good sports card investment, I say to you, did you see the game where he drained 7 threes in your face before before basketball went on pause? That's what I say to you. All of you Lonzo Ball can't shoot people out there.
All right, 2 things.
All right, 2 things.
Patrick in the chat said, bring back Miggy Almiron. I agree. We can't afford him. I did want to ask this. So video ERP Jeff, what is the favorite card you own that you really don't want to sell, but what would you sell it for and what price? Like what card do you not really want to sell, but how much would it take to get you to give it away? Or you know what I mean?
That's a hard question. Man, I don't know. Like I'll be honest with you guys, I have not sold much over the last several months because the market has been so hot, and the times that I have sold something, probably much like a lot of you out there, I end up regretting it a few months later because cards have gone up. I sold a lot of 10 Luka Prism Silvers. And that was a card where I was like, I bought them for $520 and I sold them for around $1,800. And I was like, all right, that's kind of one of those things like, it's gone up more than 3x. I got to sell it. That's a good price. And of course, now look where they are. They're more than double that. So, right. So I don't know. I mean, I've got a huge Trae Young collection. I'm a big Trae Young fan, both from an investment standpoint and from being here in Atlanta. So I don't know. I got a Trae Young National Treasures RPA. Would someone buy that off? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's a hard one to say. What would it take to buy some of my favorite cards off me? I'm not sure I'd want to sell them.
Can you repeat the 2 card dealers for tomorrow night? Yeah, for sure.
Tomorrow night we have Joe Davis of GotBaseballCards.com. He is one of the top sellers on eBay. He's got several 100,000 cards on eBay. He's here in Atlanta. And he's actually going to be in the studio, which will be really cool. So I'll get to talk back and forth with Joe in the studio, and he's going to bring a bunch of cards and have a bunch of cards on his website and his eBay store for you to shop through while he's showing them. And he's got a wide variety. He's got modern, but he's also got vintage. So we're going to see a little bit of everything tomorrow with Joe. And then we also have Inland Valley Sports Cards that's going to be joining tomorrow as well. So a little bit of a different format. They're going to be selling through, I believe, their eBay store.
Yep.
So a little bit of a different format for tomorrow. We're going to try out. And then on Friday, eBay is sponsoring Friday night. So we've got a few more great dealers on Friday night. And then Friday night, we have sick giveaways.
It's a lot of giveaways.
$15,000 plus worth of giveaways that are all going to be given out on Friday night. You do not want to be late Friday night. You want to be here right on time Friday night.
Somebody actually asked a great question, which I would also like to know because you do a lot. How do you do everything you do and then still do this?
I don't sleep much. I don't sleep much. So truthfully, so I've got another company that I run full time called 352, a digital agency, and when I started this, I didn't, I thought that this could scale quickly and I thought this could turn into something great, but you never quite know if it's actually going to happen until it starts to happen. And so then it really, really started to happen. So, it's all about the hustle. It's all about the grind. It's about a lot of hours. It's about a lot of late nights. And thankfully, I've got a very supportive wife and family. My wife herself is an entrepreneur. You guys learned that tonight through the Face Mask Friend. By the way, thank you to all of you who went to facemaskfriend.com and bought these awesome face mask holders tonight. I'm told we sold a ton of these. So thank you for the, thank you.
Useful.
They're actually really useful. I haven't given one to Kelly yet. And shame on me.
Because
so I see
that's the Kelly version.
That's what Kelly does.
That's
Kelly
the
walks
earring
around
version.
like her face mask is a damn earring. And it saddens me every time I see her. I feel bad. I haven't given her one. I need to give Kelly one so she doesn't have to walk around like that anymore, so she can walk around properly. So yes, we're an entrepreneurial family, so my wife gets it. She started multiple companies on her own. I've started multiple companies. And unfortunately, when you're in that early stage, it's incredible grind. It's lots of hours, it's lots of grind, and it's not necessarily a lot of sleep. But you know what? It is fun and it is worth it. And I'll tell you what, this one has been a heck of a lot of fun because it is in the hobby that I love, right? I mean, like to be able to start a business and to have a business grow doing what you love, that's pretty damn cool. And so this has definitely been an awesome one.
Toby, I see your repetitive question, sir, and I will answer this question. He asked, how's my centering? And he's asked it probably about 30 times now, repeatedly in the chat, so thank you for your persistence. I'm a little off center, but my edges are pristine. So
great edges, really great
edges, but I'm a little off center.
Off center, yeah, that's true. I can attest to that.
Aren't we all a little off center?
I can attest to that. So maybe that's why you only got the BGS 9.5.
That makes sense.
You didn't get the BGS 10. I don't know.
Makes a lot of sense now.
What's my take on SGC? So I think that, to be quite honest, that most collectors and investors are going to go back to PSA. That's what I think. I think that SGC, and look, I think SGC is a really good company. I've appreciated the interviews they've done. I've appreciated the communication that Peter's put out. I think he's an honest guy. I think I think they care. I think they were in the right place at the right time, and they got absolutely overwhelmed. And the challenges with grading, it's not easy to hire for that. You can't hire for grading. It's not, you got to find people who really know what they're talking about and doing. So it's a very difficult company to scale. And so I feel for him. And honestly, I called this the second that SGC started to become popular. And I heard so many sports card investor members saying, I'm sending these large lots of cards to SGC. I said on the show, I'm like, guys, I said, I think SGC is going to end up with every bit as big of a backlog as PSA and BGS in terms of turnaround time within the next couple of months. And it happened. And it's because they just weren't ready to scale. So unfortunately, I think that, SGC will remain having a place, but I do think that just the value that the PSA brings, the PSA 10s just brings such a premium value in the marketplace right now, more so than ever before. I just feel people are going to probably default back to PSA. Maybe SGC plays a little bit on the lower end of modern cards. Maybe their bulk submission can be a little less expensive and a little quicker than what you might get with a bulk submission with PSA. I don't know. But I don't know. That's my take. I hope I'm wrong. I would love SGC to be every bit as successful and valuable as PSA and BGS. We could use more grading companies.
I have this question for you. What was your biggest takeaway from the first night of the virtual?
What was my biggest takeaway? Well, I didn't get to experience it like all of you did. I was not sitting on the other side of the camera or watching. However, I am told that the chats were absolute madness. People trying to buy cards, everything like that. We had Gary Vee in the chat, but also the chats of people trying to buy cards. So, look, this type of thing has never been attempted in the history of the hobby at this scale for an online, all-at-once card show. Like, it's never been done. There's people who have done smaller online shows on Instagram or that type of thing, but no one has ever attempted to do it at this scale. So it's a learning experience. And look, like everything else in life and like everything else in business, it's all about learning to get better. And when I'm coaching young entrepreneurs, one of the things that I always say is failure is tuition. Failure is tuition. And I say that because, you could go to business school and get a fancy MBA. And if you do, you're going to shell out, $100K in tuition trying to get your MBA. Or you could just start something. You could start a business. You could toss 10 or 20K into it, or even 5K, or even less than that. And if the thing fails, then what you have lost is less than what your tuition at a fancy business school will teach you. But honestly, you probably have learned more by cutting your teeth, than what you could go learn theoretical in some classroom. So again, that's kind of what we did tonight. We put this together, we tried it. We didn't know for sure if every single element of the show was going to work. It's a brand new studio. It's a brand new way of trying to sell cards online. And there were, I think, elements of tonight's show that went great. And then there were probably some elements of tonight's show that didn't go so well. And you know what? We're going to learn from that. That is our tuition. And we're going to figure it out. And it's going to get better each and every day. And it's going to get better each and every day this week. And then if we do this again in the future, it's going to be even better from there. And we, by the way, thrive on your feedback. So those of you who have been leave feedback in the chat. Let us know how we can make it better. So that we can continue to improve what we got going on here. But we really appreciate you guys watching and tuning in and being part of this. All right, we're going to take, let's do like 1 or 2 more questions. And then we'll wrap and let you guys get on with your evening, and we're going to get on with ours.
Yes, because I'm out of wine.
So there was a 14-year-old in the chat. Somebody wants to know if you will go to homecoming with
oh my Lord.
with I don't know. I don't know about that, but
that's a thing. I'm honored. I think right now that's probably not safe for health reasons to go to homecoming. But who knows?
A virtual homecoming. We'll do a virtual homecoming.
We'll do a there you
Kelly
go.
can do a virtual homecoming.
I will do a virtual homecoming.
Oh, these questions are coming on. These questions are coming so crazy.
Vintage cards or modern? Which one is better to collect? I just hit my mic. I'm sorry, everybody.
Well, so what's interesting, this is a suggestion I'll give everybody out there who's thinking about sports cards from an investing standpoint. Everything is very cyclical, and it's always, everyone is chasing whatever is hot in the moment. For a while, if you go back to March and April, what was hot was, basketball cards from the 1980s. Now, those have cooled off since then, and we've seen prices drop in 1980s basketball cards. Conversely, what we've seen go up are all of the modern players. It's actually quite predictable that this was all going to swing this way, because now you're getting the season back and you're getting, the playoffs about to happen and all that kind of thing. I would suggest that, as in many types of business, it sometimes pays to go a little bit against the grain. And I would right now start thinking about some of the more classic cards. I mean, honestly, I think there's probably some deals to be had on 1980s cards that have gone down in price compared to where they were a few months ago, and there's not a lot of people paying attention to them. So you want to make sure you're kind of buying when the market plateaus, and I like watching price trend graphs. It's something I do in my Market Movers data software. And so if you're seeing some cards fall in value, what I'm going to look for is kind of a plateau point. And when I feel like they've stabilized over the course of a few weeks, that's when I'll typically buy, because I'm like, all right, we plateaued and now we're probably going to go back on an upswing again. So that's typically what I like to do. So yeah, so maybe honestly going for a little bit of the older cards at this point might be a really smart idea. I am worried about the population counts of, the 2019 cards, the 2020 cards, that type of thing. So even if you want to get current players, look a few years back. Honestly, I still think there's great value to be had in 2012 basketball. What an amazing, amazing rookie class that year. And while we've seen the prices escalate a lot with 2012 Prism, there's other sets from 2012 that honestly I think are a steal right now. I think they're a steal right now compared to a lot of the 2019 cards.
Okay. I have to go back to my
Yes, we got to go back. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight. We really do appreciate it.
Give me a second.
Okay. Kelly's going to go back to end our stream, everybody. It's the end of the night. You don't have to go home, but you have to get out of here. But we will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with more giveaways, more dealers, and more awesomeness. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the first night of the virtual 2020. Take care.